Hello and welcome to the Reference Point Podcast. I am your host, Paolo, and today I am joined by my two fantastic co-hosts, Matthew and Anthony.
We're back.
Loving the energy.
And today, we are joined by a very, very special guest, Kyle, our CEO from Honor Roll Records.
Thanks, guys. Thanks for having me. This is a true honor to be here with you legends in the making.
Thank
you.
And Matthew.
and also Matthew as well.
And your bowl of cereal.
And of course my bowl of cereal because, it's the most important meal of the day. And, you got to have breakfast all the time.
Yeah,
On the go.
I agree. And you want to know when I eat cereal?
You tell me.
I eat cereal when I'm watching a movie.
Appropriate.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Especially because today we're going to be talking about the movies of 2022. Our favorites, our not so favorites, and everything we've seen throughout the year.
Yeah, so basically what I did was I printed out a huge list of all the movies that I did see, some that I didn't see, and some are unfortunately missing from here. There are some like smaller independent kind of movies and art house movies that didn't make this list, but we're just trying to stick with the most mainstream as possible to get through this. So let's go through the months, all right? Starting with January. Now, it's unfortunately starting with a movie that I didn't see, and it's the only one on this list because nothing really came out in January.
Classic January.
Classic January. Scream.
Yeah, so Anthony and I had seen Scream, actually. It was a really, really fun flick. It was really solid. There was one death in particular. I'm not going to mention because, spoilers for you. That was really good, really impactful. And overall, it has me excited for where they're going. And also, having Jenna Ortega, major plus.
I love the movie. It was fantastic. It was great. I watched the whole franchise before watching this one. And it just felt like it fit. Even though it was missing Wes Craven as its director, it was just... I loved it. I was impressed. I can't wait for Scream 6. Filmed in Montreal.
Yeah.
Cool.
And what's really cool about it seems like they're riffing on one of the Friday 13th sequels. I think the 6th or the 7th one where it's called Jason Takes Manhattan because it's taking place in New York City.
Yep. Ghostface in New York. I'm excited. March.
Did you see Scream, Kyle?
No.
Damn.
No, I did not.
And
But I've seen the old Scream, and I'm sure it's somewhere along the same thing.
You know what? That is solid.
You're not
die.
completely
People
wrong.
do die. You're right. Yes.
People die, and it's meta.
So, moving on to February. Okay, let's start it with this is a really, really nice first movie that we did. see in
True
February.
cinematic masterpiece.
Absolutely. You want to know what it is?
On the ranks of Godfather.
Godfather 2.
Godfather 2. What was the
Probably
the space
closer to
movie?
Godfather 3, but Jackass Forever. Jackass Forever.
God, I love the Jackass movies. Those movies just have me constantly laughing and just having a great time. Like, I could watch those movies for hours. I could watch all the Jackass content and just be laughing like continuously for hours.
All
It
the
is
penis
so
skits.
good.
Just one a nice compilation of that.
Oh my God, there's
Paolo skips everything else. He skips from penis scene
the penis
to penis scene to penis scene,
that and the ladder scene. You remember how I was fucking
That
just
ladder scene, man.
wheezing with laughter. It is so good.
No, I thought Forever and 4.5 on Netflix were hysterical. I will always laugh at Jackass. That's just me. So I loved it.
Agreed.
I gotta say, I didn't really see the new Jackass, okay, but I think that anyone who makes movies, this is their goal, is like longevity and to be able to impact people over time. And I think kudos to them. It's nice to see it's their art is still if you want to call it art.
I call it art.
It's
You know
art,
what?
I guess.
I call it high art, actually.
But it's cool to see it still impacting people and still bringing people joy.
100%.
If this one really is the last Jackass movie, then I think they're really going out on a high note.
I hope so, just because those poor guys, they put themselves through enough. Even if you see where they came from, their origins, and then now it's
Those
these
poor
guys need a
are
break.
making all sorts of money, hitting themselves in the nuts.
I mean,
It's a hard life.
I mean, Johnny Knoxville shot
with
himself.
the bulletproof vest that he got for dirt cheap. He wasn't sure if it would work.
It wasn't even good enough. He had to put porno mags.
Yeah,
in between.
exactly. He put himself through a lot. To say the least.
No, they're all such good guys, and honestly, I think they deserve all the fame and the money because you know what, they're out there. Their goal is to entertain, and that's what they've done.
Speaking of entertaining, I was really entertained by this next film. I feel like I'm still in the minority because it kind of gets relatively lukewarm reviews from critics like the first one. I really, really love Death on the Nile. I really enjoy I really enjoy what Kenneth Branagh is doing with the Poirot detective Agatha Christie adaptations. I think the cast is incredible. I thought his direction was incredible. His mustache is as fabulous as ever. I really enjoyed Death on the Nile. I just don't like Army Hammer. Next, Uncharted.
Uncharted was like literal like dog water. Just don't even watch it. Watch our review instead.
Yeah, our review was pretty fun. We did a double bill with Peacemaker.
The review is easily better than the movie itself. The movie itself is all brand cereal after it's gone through your system.
Bless you, Anthony.
That's what it is. It's
Literally.
it's not good at all.
There's a fight in a Papa John's in Rome. Like, I'm sorry, like that's so stupid. Like Uncharted is known for like these like amazing set pieces with like historical elements to it. Just look at, let's say, like even like one of the old Bruce Lee karate movies. They literally had a fight in the Coliseum. Why couldn't you do something with that? Pay tribute to that.
You really thought Uncharted was going to be a Bruce Lee karate movie?
No. Why can't they do stuff like that where they fought in a Coliseum or something historical, especially when you're in Rome and it's Uncharted? I mean, a random Bruce Lee movie did it. Why can't Uncharted, which is what its bread and butter is?
Look, point is, we're massive fans of the games.
We reviewed this movie.
I think this movie is just a fun watch. It's an all right film if you're not a fan of the source material, but if you are a fan of the source material, you can't help but watch this and go, you really botched it.
Nah, honestly, if you're going for an adventure movie, globe-trotting adventure movie, watch Indiana Jones. Watch even the original,
really,
or even the original Tomb Raider, the new ones too. Watch those instead of that. Like,
Debatable.
genuinely.
All right,
Sure. Damn, are you saying that because there's a woman lead?
Oh,
don't do that.
dude,
Don't pull that card.
This is canceled. We're walking around the cancel line here. You gotta watch yourself.
Hey,
No,
he
no,
loved the Eternals.
Next, March. Movies that we did see, starting with one of the biggest movies of the year, one of our favorites for sure.
Morbius.
No, that's April.
Oh,
The Batman.
Yeah.
This one, look, check out our Jason Rockman review on The Batman, where we had him as a guest. Super fun episode. Loved getting to meet him for the first time. The Batman is a remarkable film, I think. I still have some tiny little issues here and there, little nitpicks that kind of bring down the movie a little bit for me, but in retrospect, it's just...
No, it's so good. I've rewatched it a few times since. I love the movie. It's definitely one of my one of the best of the year and one of my favorites. More on that later.
The soundtrack alone is just amazing.
Soundtrack's fire. It's fire.
Michael Giacchino was just
Giacchino.
cooking.
He was cooking.
Like, he did that in Jurassic World this year. I have to give the Batman like the edge just because it was so well done. It's
Don't even compare that.
Whatever. Anyway, it's like my favorite Batman soundtrack. Like, this topples the Danny Elfman one
100%
for me.
Same.
Very good. So next up on this list, another movie that I did manage to catch, Turning Red.
That was a cute movie.
Cute movie.
Turning Red is a delightful Disney Pixar movie, the best of the year from that studio, in my opinion. I think it has a beautiful message for young children who are especially going through the very,
tumultuous time.
Tumultuous time. That's a great word. Our tumultuous co-hosts, Matthew and Anthony.
No, you guys are chill.
A time, experiencing puberty and whatnot. I think the panda is adorable. I think the animation is gorgeous.
I wanted to give that panda a big hug.
Yeah.
Oh, it was so cute.
Kyle, we're gonna buy you a big panda plushie from Turning Red.
Like, honestly, I was hoping so. I've never seen or heard of the movie, but I'm so excited for my plushie.
I'm not gonna lie, you're not gonna like the movie because it's not even a movie made for us. Like,
it's like a kids movie, like you like cartoons.
Kyle's a kid at heart. Just look at
heart.
this
Like,
guy.
He loves cereal.
Yes,
He loves cereal,
but are you a teen girl? Tween girl, mind you. Sorry.
I guess I could be if I,
He listens to
I
NSYNC
don't
every
I
once
don't
in a
really
while.
watch movies, but to each their own.
Exactly.
Movies that you did see. I know you watched this one.
Let's
This is
go.
a movie that I didn't see. I don't think any of us saw,
No.
other than you. You ready?
Okay, this is my moment. This is
your
my moment.
This is your
It's a moment to shine.
baby.
Don't f this up.
So, on Netflix, a little movie starring Ryan Reynolds, re-teaming up with the director from Free Guy, Sean Levy, who's also going to be directing Deadpool 3. I'm really excited for that. A sci-fi drama, a little movie called The Atom Project. What'd you think of that?
I did see that movie actually,
You
and
did, okay.
it was okay. I didn't go in there expecting anything, but I was pleasantly surprised. Not bad. Cool story.
Awesome. Well, I mean, Mark Ruffalo's in it, so it has to be a perfect.
That's
film.
when you know it's a banger.
It has to be a banger, like
Like this next one, it's a real banger.
like the one with Jennifer Garner, 13 going on 30. Is that it?
I don't know, bro.
Yeah, that's it. That's the movie.
The one with Andy Serkis dancing.
Yeah, exactly.
That's a good. I like that movie. It's
Yes,
a good movie.
Andor.
Another movie I didn't see, but I know you two.
This is a
definitely saw.
banger.
You ready?
Uh,
You ready?
uh.
What's your favorite letter of the alphabet?
X.
X. That's right. My alarm is going off. 1 second. It's off now. X. All right. Take it away.
Those are all the fans calling him to disagree with what he's saying. They're harassing him already.
100%. It's not to take medication or whatever. No.
Not his penis pills.
No.
Next.
Don't worry, it'll grow one day. It'll grow one day. Keep taking your meds, and you're gonna get there, buddy.
Dude, I'm really hoping to get past 3 inches. All right. So okay, I'm like I can't keep that in.
It's okay. It's okay.
X.
So X is a really whack movie. Like the basic premise is that you're in the 70s, you're following this group of Southern adults filming a porno.
Sounds like my
And-
kind of movie.
It is just nuts.
It is so good. I'm not the biggest horror fan sometimes, but like this movie, it hit for me. I loved it. I enjoyed it. It was a fun time. Can't wait to revisit it. It was a lot more layered than I expected too. So.
Yeah.
It was super good actually, and I was gonna say, this is why you have to watch the reference point, because that movie would have passed. I would have never even known of his existence, and because of these two guys, I found the love of my life. That old lady on that movie, that's it. I'm throwing a ring on her. Like she's for me. She swept me off my feet.
You know what? Then you have to see Pearl. It's actually the prequel that they released for the movie. Like
It's coming up on the list soon. Very
That
soon.
came out later in the year. We're not there.
We're getting ahead of ourselves, bud.
Getting a little bit.
What do you
We're
mean?
getting ahead of ourselves.
he's found the love of his life. I gotta tell him where to
yeah,
find
but then
her
we're
again.
about the love of my life.
But
Clearly,
you gotta
right?
understand, it's
I
gonna be
get
good
it.
for
You
you.
fell in love.
You
Shut
got
up. You know.
You're ruining the
Shut
twist
up.
of
Let's
later.
talk about Morbius.
Yeah, let's talk about Morbius.
Oh, you know what? Swear to God, what came out April 1st, guys?
Me,
on
yeah.
April Fool's, Morbius.
This is what they cut my love story for. By the way,
Morbius, our favorite
Gravis'
movie that
love
we
story.
reviewed that we didn't watch at the time.
Our favorite movie that we've never seen.
That first of all, making that video was so much fun. That was Kyle's first appearance ever in one of our videos. And a
That's
reflection.
right.
He was in the corner. Go back and watch the Morbius review. You see him nodding when we were like trashing the movie or whatever. That was
Trashing
great.
the movie we
that
didn't
sounds
see.
all right.
That
I don't
sounds
remember
about
it, but like that's. You could be making that up. That's
Sounds-
you know.
No, it's true. It's true.
It's like one of those like weird, like, you know, like production bluffs. Like you see like a guy in jeans in the Mandalorian and stuff like that.
Love it.
Coffee Cup Game of Thrones.
But yeah, Morbius. We didn't watch it at the time. We finally checked it out months later when it came out on physical
It
media.
was so much worse than I thought.
Big
Jesus
regrets.
Christ. I was like, I was better off just not watching
Did you guys get through the full thing? Honestly.
Yeah.
Yes. Listen, I will say this. Okay, I'm being honest. It wasn't as bad as I thought it would be because I genuinely liked the first like 25 minutes. I thought it was solid enough. It would serve a solid enough setup to a decent movie. Unfortunately, the movie then completely gets derailed once he ends up getting his powers and they do some stuff with Matt Smith that's extremely questionable. The movie becomes absolute dog turd after that.
I don't know. If we're talking
So-
about liking the first 25 minutes of a movie, then there'd be a lot more better movies out there.
Oh, of course, but just genuinely, like I thought the beginning was solid enough, and it's disappointing because it had great potential. I thought Jared Leto did a really, really good job in the role, believe it or not. I thought Matt Smith also was really, really great.
Matt Smith dancing was the best scene of the movie. The rest of the movie was
100%.
dog water scrap. I didn't.
I don't know. I don't know if we're coming to talk about the studio behind Venom and Venom 2. I did not have any expectations for it, and I was still disappointed.
I will say this: amazing 4K transfer. Sony did a really good job.
Classic.
The audio and the video transfer it's fantastic.
Any more movies have an amazing 4K transfer? Perhaps maybe the next one or.
like Ambulance?
Yeah.
God, the most 2002 movie you could ever have. Like,
Ambulance, directed by Michael Bay, starring Jake Gyllenhaal, Yahya Abdul Mateen II, and Isa Gonzalez. This movie I thought was fun. I thought it was definitely one of the better Michael Bay movies for sure.
I saw some of the drone shots on Twitter. Those look kind of cool.
They're
I
definitely
didn't
cool.
watch the movie.
He overuses the drone, that's for sure.
With
I
the
just
Amazon.
I just think that there's some stuff in that script that are moronic. But
it's a Michael Bay movie
It's a
about
Michael
an
Bay movie.
ambulance.
The movie's called Ambulance. I wasn't expecting a genius script to say the least.
Subversive writing.
it's a fun time. Some good action in it too.
I don't know.
God bless.
Sorry, guys.
Now, definitely a much, much, much better movie. Okay, Everything, Everywhere, All at Once. It's another
I've
film I
been
saw.
meaning to see it. It's on my list, and it's just, but Do we have a 4K player at home? You know this. Why are you mocking us
There's
like
a
this?
Blu-ray in there.
I'm holding up the 4K transfer here. A copy of Everything Everywhere All at Once. Please, if you have not seen this movie, watch this movie.
I have not seen this movie, but I directly blame whoever's in charge of marketing this. Okay, if you're going to watch your movie, give it a real movie name. That's a sentence. You know, it's a sentence. It's a full sentence. Okay, like I want a name. I want to buy into your product. You
Call
know?
it
Like
Morbius.
Morbius.
Like Morbius.
Morbius.
There you go. Woo. You guys get it. Like Morbius. So that's a, you know, there's no movie there, but there's at least some marketing, right?
That's a title, but not a movie.
But that's a title and not a movie.
If
And
you
this
compare
apparently
which
is a
made
movie
more
with not a
money-
title.
If you compared which made more money, probably Morbius.
Actually,
I don't know. I didn't count. I'm making that up.
well, that would be really sad if it made more money than Everything Everywhere.
It
All
definitely
at
made
Once.
more memes.
Definitely
Yeah,
not
that's
true.
true.
So Everything Everywhere All at Once. It's directed by the Daniels. It's starring Michelle Yeoh, Hui Kwan, who is actually Short Round from Temple of Doom, the Indiana Jones film. And he's all grown up now. I'm really, really happy he's acting again. And I'm really, really happy for him because both he and Michelle Yeoh ended up taking home the Golden Globes last night for their best performances in their respective categories.
Nice.
So that's really, really awesome.
Well deserved.
Very, very well deserved. The performances are outstanding. Stephanie Hsu and Jamie Lee Curtis also give phenomenal performances. Everything Everywhere All at Once, we'll talk about it a little bit more later on, I promise.
For sure.
It's fantastic. Next up, The Unbearable Weight of Massive Talent. This is a Nick Cage, Pedro Pascal bromance buddy movie, and it's as amazing as it sounds. And I think if you're a big Nick Cage fan and you love Nick Cage movies, especially movies from the 90s, I think if you're not sold within the first 5 minutes of this movie, then then I guess it's not for you. This was so tailor-made for me. I love this film. Any of you guys?
Is this working for you better than the medicine?
Nicolas Cage
Yes.
is his medicine.
Yes,
Just a smidge better.
absolutely. So moving on to movies that I didn't see. Maybe you guys did. Sonic the Hedgehog 2. Anybody see that?
I saw the first one. I really enjoyed it.
Okay.
Second one, I've yet to see.
I didn't like the first one, so I didn't watch the second one. Sorry.
You don't strike me as a Sonic fan, do you?
No, I don't think I'd watch either of them ever. But respect for the movies that they made.
Jim Carrey was kind of funny in the first one. That's about it.
You're not a Sonic fan, like more a Mario fan?
I'm definitely more of a Mario fan, but I just think everything has its own lane, and I don't think anything should come off a console, especially those consoles that far back, and be put onto it. You know what I mean? If you do the
silver
best job
screen.
you could do, it's gonna be, in my opinion, mediocre to these other movies where it's a product
It's a
made
real
for,
movie.
Fair.
I expect to see them kind of kill all these characters for me in these movies. I like Super Mario.
It was probably better than Uncharted. I'll say that much.
Probably was. Next up on this list, another movie that I didn't see, and I'm kind of glad I did because I heard it was Cheeks. As is the previous film in this franchise, Fantastic Beasts: The Secrets of Dumbledore. Anybody watch that?
I don't with Harry Potter, except for the Universal theme park rides.
Look, as a fan of the Harry Potter movies, I think I've only seen them a couple times each. They're fantastic. I hear the Fantastic Beasts franchise is very, very
It's far from it.
far from it, and might even get rebooted now. Apparently,
Yeah, because they're all flopping, I think. So.
I don't know, man. I don't think you need to reboot Harry Potter. I think it's fine the way it is.
Harry
but,
Potter is the best cast in the worst movies. I can't get behind it. I don't know.
Can't get behind Harry Potter.
It's the
It's
one.
so much mumbo jumbo. And it's you know what I mean?
But it's good. It's good mumbo jumbo.
It's you don't even need a script, right? It's oh yeah, don't worry, because I have a magic bag here with all our solutions right here in my pocket. Oh, you know what I mean?
That's the one nerd thing I never really got into. Harry Potter. I saw the first three, but it wasn't for me. I'm sorry to say.
me neither.
I read the books. I was like, meh.
I don't read
I
books.
hear the books are
Overrated.
better than the movies, though. That's
Yeah,
what
but
everyone keeps telling me.
it did nothing for me. It's just I guess maybe it's also J.K. Rowling. Maybe her style's just not for me. But
Shout out J.K. Rowling for not impressing any of us.
She never impressed me once in my life.
Not
and
me either.
she continues to disappoint.
Far from. She's consistent.
Exactly.
for reasons that will go unannounced. Next up, The Bad Guys, which is an animated movie. It was a pretty well received movie.
I saw a lot of clips for it, and it looked kind of fun.
Yeah.
It looked cute. I didn't watch it, but it looked cute.
I would like to watch The Bad Guys eventually, so that's why it's on this list. Another movie I really, really want to watch is a Viking movie. It's Robert Eggers' new film, and this is
Thor 4, Love
No,
and Thunder.
not Thor 4, Love and Thunder. It's
Thor
the guy
5.
who brought us The Witch, The Witch, and The Lighthouse. This guy is an incredible director. The Northman. Anybody see that?
I definitely
Nope.
saw that.
Nice.
We saw it.
There's some really cool scenes.
Okay.
Definitely very like cinematic, very powerful scenes. I like it. It's very, you know.
But what's
Very
the ending? Matthew wants to know.
Well, there's Vikings.
quickly, switching over to May. A movie that I did see. I know we all saw it. Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness.
I enjoyed it. It's a solid Sam Raimi flick, but like I said in that review, which by the way, watch. It's
Stop
it made
spoiling
me
the review.
it made me want to watch more Sam Raimi movies. So like that's
Yeah,
kind
it's-
of like my biggest takeaway.
I
It's
loved
fun.
it. I rewatched a couple times. I like it every time. It's great. It's fun.
I don't like to agree with Anthony, so I really try not to. But unfortunately, I kind of have to. Like,
Yeah, thought so.
it's a good movie. I watched it multiple times as well.
It's a fun time. Like Sam
Good.
Raimi knows what he's doing. There's no other way to put it.
But at the same time, it's like I'd rather just watch anything else he made.
Literally no, but okay. Next.
You don't want to watch
it.
the Oz the Great and Powerful?
I actually did like that movie. So.
I will say though, I think Wanda kind of stole the show in it.
Yeah.
She's you know, it's the very,
Gotta love
very
Lizzie Olsen, man.
She's a killer and everything. She's a
fantastic.
killer.
Like
Sig Lee.
everything about it was fantastic. Good
Mhm.
movie.
My opinion largely remains the same. I think I really
You
enjoyed
still like
that
John
film.
Krasinski?
No, we're not bringing this in. We
Listen.
already barely got him off our backs the last time. He almost killed us, but you know what?
Look,
Let's just not bring him into
I'm
this
happy
again.
to be back in studio. Let's never mention that name again. I think enough time has passed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
We've moved on from you,
We've moved
John.
on. We're out of Paolo's basement now. We're back in person. So this is gonna be nice. Next up, Top Gun Maverick.
That movie, I don't care.
It was very good.
It was the second worst after Morbius, right? No, that's
Yeah,
what we
yeah.
all agreed on, right?
Yeah.
Morbius, Top Gun, Alien 3.
Oh.
No.
No, Alien 3. No, Alien 3. Don't disrespect you.
we're talking about Top Gun, not the Jurassic World Dominion.
Oh, okay, my bad.
You scared me for a second.
Sorry,
there, Kyle.
sorry.
You got me there
Yeah,
for a
yeah,
second.
Come on,
my
Kyle,
bad,
don't-
my bad. I was talking Dominion.
How can you do this to me?
That's
Those two guys, they're gonna betray you after.
I know, but I'm sorry. I jump fences. You know, I live on both sides of the fence.
Listen, stick around for the later portion of this video because I'm gonna be talking a lot about Top Gun Maverick. That's all
Maybe
I'm
a bit
gonna say.
too much.
Maybe a
We
little
shall
bit too
see.
much. Actually, you know what? No, let's a small little anecdote. I was trying to get Anthony and Paolo to watch Top Gun Maverick in theaters so desperately. I can't even put into words how hard I was trying. And for whatever reason, being Mr. freaking contrarian you are,
Contrarian.
yeah, didn't
That's
want to
Paolo.
see didn't want to see the biggest, arguably the best. I'll get to that movie of the year in theaters the way it's meant to be seen. He
I was
kept-
busy. I wanted to watch it on my phone at night without my glasses
I
on.
don't understand. I just don't understand.
See, every time Matthew told me to watch Top Gun, I went to go see Dominion instead.
And that's why I made $1 billion.
Literally just me. That's it.
Top Gun Maverick is a perfect film, 10 on 10, one of the best movies of the last 10 years.
Yeah, a lot of movies came out in the last 10 years.
10 years, you're saying to me.
My opinion.
You
I
truly
liked
believe
it.
that?
I truly believe that.
You truly believe that?
I truly believe that.
Man, I'm gonna watch that tonight, and like either you're gonna get a call, see, dude, you're absolutely right. I'm gonna say, dude, you're fucking crazy.
But no, Kyle, think about the last 10 years.
That's
Put that into
those
that's-
big words. Huh? Those are
Yeah.
big words.
Big words.
We've seen some really fantastic movies in the last 10 years.
Like
Genuinely believe
Morbius.
that.
Next
Genuinely
episode,
believe
I'm just going to show up with a list of movies that came out the past 10 years and be like, these are all arguably much better than Top Gun.
I think I can name 2 others this year, but
that. Out of all the movies to review this year, I wanted to do Top Gun Maverick so bad. I wanted to do a reference point.
I know, I kind of want to show up with the mustache like we all shaved.
I wanted to do a reference point approved post on Instagram or whatever, but YouTube buffoons didn't want to watch the movie. I just don't understand. Like, it doesn't make any sense. to me.
I have no interest. Like,
You know
I
that
saw
kinda
the
reminds
first
me of,
one.
Game of Thrones. You know, I kind of had
Yeah.
that same conversation with you guys. Game of
Yeah, I don't care
the
about
ending
Game of
killed it
Thrones.
for me. For Game of Thrones, not for Top Gun. Top Gun was great. Next.
Kyle's talking about House of the Dragon and how we haven't seen it yet.
I never cared for
Imagine
Game of Thrones,
Dragons.
so...
Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons should have done an original song for House of the Dragon. Okay, so still in May.
This from Paolo, son. I know.
He did see it?
Which one?
Next movie that
I hope
I
I
didn't
did.
see.
Might look dumb if I didn't.
The Bob's Burger.
Oh
Burgers
my
movie.
god, the Bob's Burger movie is so good. It is so cute, and it's such a great amalgamation of like everything you saw in the show into movie. Kind of like, you know how the Simpsons movie kind of was like,
yeah.
I was just gonna bring that up.
Yeah, it's-
that the Simpsons movie kind of like introduced me in a way to the. I already knew of the Simpsons, but it made me appreciate The Simpsons in a certain light. And then I started watching more of the actual show itself because the movie was amazing.
Because like with the Simpsons movie, it's kind of like an amalgamation of all the like seasons before it, and it's
Right.
like it feels like such a nice entry into it, and that's what Bob's Burgers was. It was like I watched the series beforehand, like I had binged it, not even in anticipation for the movie, just like that. And then when I was watching the movie, I was just picking out little details from throughout the series, and it's just like there's so much love poured into it, and the music, because it's also like part musical.
Really?
Yeah, it's really good. Like it's gonna have you bopping. You're gonna have like songs stuck in your head for a couple of days.
Cool. So Bob's Burgers, I'll definitely check that out, and the show because I'm looking forward to it.
Eventually, I'll get to it.
Yeah.
Show's actually really good.
Moving on to June. Big release.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Had another movie I was gonna mention first, but fine. Let's get to your trash dumpster fire.
Coming from Mr. The first 25 minutes of Morbius is actually
I
really
would rather
good.
That's
watch-
true. Honestly, you lose a lot of credibility.
I
for
would
that one.
rather watch the first 25 minutes of Morbius than sit through all.
Imagine
of the
how bad the
Well, yeah, no
was.
shit. It's 25 minutes versus like 2.5 hours. Like, I don't know.
All
you're
I can
just-
say about the Jurassic Park movie is there was definitely dinosaurs.
I like
We can all
dinosaurs.
agree on the fact that there were dinosaurs in the movie.
I think it was a satisfying conclusion to the franchise. It was a satisfying conclusion to the characters, and it's very clearly setting up more that is coming soon.
My favorite conclusion is when it sets up more. What's next?
Well, no, it's setting up a world now.
No, listen. In all seriousness, I don't think the movie's trash, but I was very, very disappointed with Dominion. That
That's
is
what
it
trash
is.
means. That's that like.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
That's what trash means, right?
That sounds about
He
right.
said it, not me.
Next up, a much better movie that I did manage to see on Netflix. Adam Sandler plays an NBA scout, okay, who basically discovers a
Grown Ups 3.
raw but talented basketball player from Spain. This movie called Hustle is awesome. And I'm so happy that Adam Sandler is having this like kind of like resurgence period in his career. Awesome movie. I really, really love this.
I wanted
sports
to
drama.
I'd rather watch
Never got
Uncut
to it.
Gems.
Uncut Gems is my favorite movie of all time, obviously. But I wanted to watch it, I just never got around to it. Now I feel bad that you say it. I'm like, oh, I should have watched that already. Ah.
I do kind of feel like you kind of like stole Denzel Washington's kind of thing, you know, with the whole, you know. But it was a good movie. It was a good movie. It was touch. It was cute, like you guys say. I wanted to take my, like, you know, I want to be part of the, you know, part of the show.
No, it's not.
It was a cute movie.
So best movie of the year for Turning Red or Hustle? Which one's the
Which one was
cutest?
cuter?
What's the cutest movie there?
You didn't see Turning Red, so Hustle.
I'm gonna go with Turning Red because I saw two cutes. You know, conformity. This is conformity, guys. This is what conformity is, right? Like,
I see.
I'm conforming to your guys' opinions. How's that?
Speaking of Turning Red, here's the other Disney Pixar movie that came out in June that we did manage to see. Lightyear.
Yeah, that's
Lightyear.
right.
I was really, really hyped for Lightyear. I ultimately thought it was all right. Could have been a lot better. And I think it's really setting up ultimately a sequel that we're probably never going to get, and a sequel that would be very like way more interesting than the movie that we got.
This movie really did catch me by surprise because I did have I don't want to say very low expectations, but my expectations weren't exactly high. And when I watched it, I was like, wow, they made a sad spaceman movie about Buzz Lightyear, and I kind of enjoyed it, but also I'm like, Andy from Toy Story is obsessed with a sad spaceman movie? Like, okay.
Did you find it cute?
Not really.
No?
I feel like
So it's
Just the
trash.
cat.
It's garbage. It's just not good.
The
Alright,
cat.
I feel like that's because at the last minute they decided to make it like this is the movie Andy saw, because I feel like this was like it doesn't work within like what Lightyear's doing. And honestly, I was like, this is like just an aside. As much as I enjoyed it, you have such great source material for Buzz Lightyear with that old animated series, and it's like they could have adapted at least that
the
in
word
parts.
great. Okay. Whoa.
Okay, come on, Patrick Warburton as Buzz Lightyear.
That is pretty good, but you know what I mean.
Hey, a movie that I did think was great. Next up in June, you did see it.
I mean, I didn't get to finish my point, but okay.
We gotta
Like
move on.
Your point's canceled.
We gotta
Lightyear
move on.
was fine.
Elvis.
Oh my God, Elvis, second best biopic I've heard, music
Oof.
biopic this year.
I Want to Dance with Somebody, the Whitney Houston one. What other
No, not
biopic?
even. Weird Al.
Yeah, Weird Al was fantastic.
I'm gonna get to Weird Al. You saw it?
Yeah, for
Okay,
sure.
okay. We're gonna.
I
get
only
to it.
saw
We're gonna get to it.
clips and I'm
For sure.
dying.
I haven't seen either of these musical biopics.
I love Weird
Bohemian
Al
Rhapsody
so
kinda
much.
sucks.
Yeah, me too. Like, It's yeah. Anyways,
He's like my favorite music artist.
we're gonna give this guy a heart attack if we don't follow his list. Okay.
So listen, I think Austin Butler in the role, which he won the Golden Globe for, I thought this guy is just mind-blowingly good as Elvis. Like
Yeah.
seriously, like very very well deserved.
Didn't
I
see
know
it.
he was going up against Brendan Fraser for The Whale,
Mhm.
which I hear is another very very worthy performance for best of category.
Haven't seen that either.
Yeah, I have to watch
Really
The Whale.
exposing my
We'll get to it.
blind spots today.
We'll get to it. But ultimately, with Elvis, I thought it was a really great film. Baz Luhrmann as a director and his style kind of like aggravates me a little bit. So for the first half of the movie, I was just kind of like needing to deal with his like exaggerated,
Yeah.
kind of, you know what I mean. But the movie gets a little bit more serious, I think, in the second half. I like when they get to Vegas and whatnot. And great. I thought Tom Hanks did a really, really great job as his sleazy manager too. So check out Elvis if you haven't already. A very, very lavish movie production, I will say.
Honestly, all I heard was his Austin Butler's performance, and that alone sold me. Cause like I like Elvis, I like his music, but like not like I actively seek it out. But like that movie, I was convinced just with his performance, and I was captivated.
Right. So in June, movies that we didn't see, or at least I didn't. Crimes of the Future, which is probably going under the radar. You probably don't know this one, but it's David Cronenberg's new film.
Oh wow,
It's
okay.
the one with Viggo Mortensen, Léa Seydoux, and
what?
Kristen Stewart. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a body horror
It's a
drama. So-
yeah, well, it's Cronenberg. What'd you expect?
Cronenberg, dude. So I didn't see it. I heard pretty good things.
Didn't see
So
it.
I want to see it. Next up, director Scott Derrickson. He didn't do the Doctor Strange sequel because he directed the first Doctor Strange movie. But what he did do is return back to form with some more horror films. He did The Black Phone this year, starring Ethan Hawke. Also heard very, very good things. Did you see The Black Phone?
I'd like to say I watched the full thing. I kind of passed out, but like it wasn't because it was bad. It was just because I was super tired. You know.
So
And
none
you
of us
wanna
watched
watch Top Gun tonight? Okay, all right. So moving on to
there's
July.
no way I'm gonna stay awake through that. Basically, right? That's what you're saying. Like, there's no way I'll make it through that one.
It's a movie that will help you get a good sleep.
So yeah, Black Phone. No one saw it. No.
No.
Okay, cool. I heard good things from my
Ethan
coworkers.
Hawke is a cool dude.
I love Ethan Hawke.
Yeah, me too. He's a good actor for sure.
Sure.
Yeah, he's always like one of those actors that he's always good in what he's in.
And he's just super diverse. Like
Yeah.
there's like he's not like there's so many like one lane actors. You know,
The Rock.
Jim Carrey. Okay, Jim Carrey's the same. He's the same character in
Come
every
on,
movie ever.
get
Like,
out
come
of here.
on.
No way.
I feel like that's the point because he's like a character actor, while like with Ethan Hawke, he's got that diversity. Like the movie I always think of when I talk about him.
Character actor. You see, that's another word for trash. That's what we call someone who's one dimensional.
No, that's a 90.
Who brought this guy on? Who is
Yo, I know you're CEO, but like, chill down a bit.
Shit, sorry guys, sorry.
So in July, movie that we did see. What a disappointment. Thor, Love and Thunder.
I said my piece on this movie already. I don't want to talk about it more.
Thor, Love
Yeah,
and
we
Thunder.
revisited it kind of like we like skimmed through it, and yeah, it was worse than I remember.
No, I watched
No,
it again,
no.
start to finish. It was not that good.
No, I think it's not as disappointing on a second viewing. I think you kind of have the expectations.
Doesn't
already
mean
set.
it's good.
No, I mean I was still very disappointed with it. I don't think it's trash, but
I will never in my life give
Mm.
that a second viewing.
I don't blame you.
I don't blame you.
I still think it was better than Morbius. So.
You know what's a better movie
Mm.
than Thor, Love and Thunder?
What?
Nope.
Oh,
Jordan
wow.
Peele's newest film with Daniel Kaluuya and Keke Palmer. Nope is, again, like Everything Everywhere All at Once, one of the most original movies I've seen in recent memory. I think this film is a very, very unique take on extraterrestrial activity. Let me just say that.
Yeah, it's a very trippy alien movie.
Kyle's holding up my 4K now.
It's
Get intrigued, Kyle. Get intrigued.
Oh man, intrigued is what I am the most right now.
And
This
for
is
those watching
genuinely
on-
worth watching.
Yeah, for
Like,
those watching on YouTube, greatest fist bump in movie history, guys.
Yeah.
Greatest fist bump. That's
But
that's
it's-
That was the worst, greatest. fist
No,
bump.
it'll make sense when you watch
it'll
the
make
movie.
sense when you watch the
Context.
movie.
Got you.
It's
Very good.
honestly, not to spoil my list, but it's one of my favorites of the year. That's all I can
wow.
say for now.
Yeah.
It was really good. I actually
Wow.
had a great time with it.
Maybe Top Gun is not the movie I should watch tonight.
Honestly,
No, this is a movie you want to be awake for.
Yeah,
Top Gun 2. Top Gun's gonna rock you to your core.
It's
It's gonna
gonna-
make you wake up.
Top Gun will wake you up, though. I'll give it that. This Nope has also a really good score. Really
Yes, it
good
does.
score.
Yes, it does. A lot of movies this year had great.
I'm always going to
Music.
point out the score.
Another film that I did see this year. I'm so glad that the Russo brothers are directing again. That's not the Tom Holland movie. What was that called again?
Cherry.
Yeah.
Where you see his butthole, where it goes, the camera's in his butthole.
I didn't see Cherry yet. I heard.
I'm not even
I love how
exaggerating.
you look so.
No, like I'm not even exaggerating. It's weird. It's a weird movie.
But yeah, the Russo brothers, directors of Captain America, The Winter Soldier, Captain America, Civil War, Avengers,
Tom Holland's butthole.
Infinity War, and Endgame.
The Marvel jobbers.
And reteaming up with the writers of all those films, Christopher Marcus and Stephen McFeely, The Gray Man, which stars Ryan Gosling, Chris Evans, and Ana de Armas on
Ryan
Netflix.
Gosling,
Yo,
the
I,
GOAT.
I love Ana de Armas. That girl's so cute, man. Damn.
She's like
Ryan
turning
Gosling.
red panda.
No,
I suppose. Like,
No.
there's my cute vote.
the lady from X.
No, that's like she's wifey material. The old lady in X, like that's someone you settle with for life. You know?
I don't know. Watch Blade Runner and then 2049. Then you'll see why Ana de Armas is wifey material.
Oh no, I know. Like she's like that's like my Hollywood crush. Okay, like that's like she's.
I think she's a wonderful actress, and I think The Gray Man is a really, really fun action movie that, again, got mid reviews. I think for no reason. I thought it was a very, very entertaining.
It was
movie.
actually fantastic.
You know,
it's another one of those movies that's put on no expectations and like.
you know what's great in that movie? Chris Evans was great in that movie, dude.
Dude, Chris Evans was so good in that movie.
So charismatic.
Like, I've never said he's good in any movie. Like, I don't find he's like actually the best. He does okay sometimes, but like,
I
in
like
that
Didn't
movie-
like him in
mustache.
Fantastic Four.
He had a good mustache in The Gray Man.
Also, Ryan Gosling is literally me. For real, for real.
So good.
So you two haven't seen The Gray Man?
No, I haven't seen it.
Guys, you gotta watch
What are you
it.
guys
Also,
doing, man? I thought you
visually
guys-
beautiful movie too. The
If you didn't point it out, I think
Yes,
we would have got
yeah.
away with like maybe we
Cinematography.
saw.
graphics,
Awesome.
everything about it was actually really good. There's no reason for it to get any
The
hate.
graphics.
I just never got around to it.
Okay, in July, movies that we didn't see, at least I didn't see. Minions: The Rise of
No,
Gru.
I saw Dominion.
We already did the Minion.
all right, skipping that then. Movie that I know you guys saw: DC's League of Super Pets.
What?
Okay.
It was an animated movie about
That's a joke.
Superman and Batman's dogs. Yeah, Crypto and and Ace. Crypto
You
and
guys
Ace.
didn't watch Gray Man and you watched that?
Yeah.
Okay, because it was so fucking funny, but so stupid.
Okay. I need to.
Where'd you
I need.
find these guys, man?
Dude, The Rock. Tell
I
about The
need
Rock.
to spoil.
The
it.
Rock plays 3 characters
I was
because
gonna-
it's
Who
a
the hell
vanity
gave you guys a
project.
podcast?
I mean,
Some idiot. I don't know.
asshole. Thought like you guys had some sort of credibility. This is
The
all
Rock.
up.
The Rock does not have the voice acting capabilities to do 3 different characters, and he does in the movie. And it's the funniest thing because it's just 3 of the same sounding people in the same scene, except one of them has a voice filter on.
Also-
It's-
Keith David, he absolutely stole the show.
Keith David as Crypto's dad, the
Dog
drug
L. Dog L.
I swear to God, some of the funniest lines ever. And you're probably gonna watch it and not laugh nearly as hard as me and Paolo did, but I don't care. It was funny to us.
I mean, I find Jackass the funniest thing on earth. So, like,
And
you already
League of
know
Super
my
Pets
level.
The second funniest.
This is really
Honestly.
disappointing. I think this is the movie you spoke about the most now. So this is the highlight, guys. This is it.
DC's League of Super Pets.
You know, I don't even know if I like the movie or not. It's just so
I-
stupidly funny.
I couldn't even tell you if
sometimes.
it's good because I don't think it is.
Yeah.
A movie that not many critics. Okay, I'm sorry, I gotta explain that. Anthony has this thing where he goes, "It's funny, it's funny, it's funny, it's funny," and I don't know, this stupid little segue. I think it's delightful.
Yeah, segue.
So a movie that critics didn't really think was. so this episode is batshit crazy.
We're off the rails.
We're off the
meds.
rails. We're off the. Well, speaking of off the rails, David Leitch's Bullet Train
Ooh.
with
That-
a super stacked cast.
Yeah.
This cast is insane.
The hottest cast.
The hottest cast.
There wasn't even space for all of them in the movie. Like, you
Dude,
know?
I don't want to even say the cast because a lot of the cast was of great surprise to me. There's some cameos
Brad
and reveals,
Pitt.
but Brad Pitt is the main actor in that one. I think Bullet Train is a super entertaining movie. Kind of like The Gray Man got shot on by critics for no reason. I think it's great.
That's
So-
a fun, like, action flick you put on.
Yeah.
Like, you enjoy a bowl of cereal.
No,
you
but
just you have a good time.
There's a lot of style to it. It's like the
Mhm.
script is not like terrible. It's like it's a competent enough script that I like it.
Yeah, I thought it was clever. I really dug it.
It
So.
reminds me of, like, those, like, campy, stylistic, like, early 2000s movies, which is what I really dug about
Yeah.
it.
It's very fast paced. You know?
Yeah,
it's
exactly.
a nice fast paced movie and
Love a good fast pace.
good action scenes.
for sure.
So what's next on this list?
A movie that I know you loved, Paolo.
What?
Jurassic World Dominion.
Jurassic World Dominion.
No, we already spoke about that.
Super
Dumpster
Pets.
Fire.
Super.
Dan Trachtenberg, okay, who directed 10 Cloverfield Lane, who I think is an incredible sort of up and coming director. I think he's been around for a little bit now. Brought us back to basics.
He doesn't know what you're talking about.
Yo, spit it out, bro. I'm like dying.
This is you know what this is called? This is called tension. It's building suspense. Okay.
As
Is
if
it
you're
wedge
being,
into the wedge verse?
as being
No,
as if you're
stop.
being hunted by a predator.
For those listening on audio only, Kyle
The
literally
Harvey
just
Weinstein biopic.
Kyle literally just flew through Fruit Loops at me.
Delicious.
I'd rather just swallow them whole.
So you ready? You want to know what this movie is, Paul?
What movie?
Prey.
Oh yeah,
Back
Prey.
to basics with the Predator franchise. Here we go.
I want to say back to basics
I
because
think it's back to basics.
it was literally just like the only real fuck up of that series was the fourth one.
The Shane Black one. You're
Whoa.
thinking.
Yeah, exactly. The
Well-
Predators is fine. Predator 2 is excellent, and then there's Predator 1. But
I don't think anyone.
Alien
thinks
versus
Predator
anyone's
2 is-
ever thought that
Predator
Predator 2
2
is
is
excellent.
excellent,
Dude, like that's a miss. Okay, that's a huge.
Are you
miss.
kidding me?
I don't want to
Predator-
take Polo's side, but Predator 2 is like a fun movie, guys. Like, come on.
The Predator fighting in the
I expect-
urban
I
jungle.
expect you to be on the wrong side of the fence.
You just opened up a can right now. You have
Dude, like
no
I don't know,
idea.
like dude, Predator 2.
It was so good.
Danny Glover, come on.
Yeah, exactly.
It
Danny Glover's
sets-
worst movie ever. Predator 2. Easy,
No, I'm sure he
easy.
made something worse.
The funeral movie where he
That's
shits on a guy's hand.
That was a great movie.
But no, like Predator 2,
That's at our
fantastic. I mean, it's the movie that cemented Bill Paxton as being killed by a Terminator, a Predator, and an alien, which is freaking awesome.
Way.
But
Whoa.
And
either
in
way,
Agents of
Prey,
S.H.I.E.L.D..
absolutely excellent movie. It follows like a Comanche girl who wants to put herself into the hunting group instead of being a gatherer, and like overall, it's such an amazing movie. You see sibling bonding. You will have really cool like action sequences. You have this really fun scene with like the Predator just slaughtering French people.
Oh, it's incredible.
And
Fantastic. Yeah.
such a great movie. That actress, love her. She is amazing in it. I will say though,
Amber Mid-Thunders.
yes, exactly. I will say the movie falls apart at the end because they have to make the Predator fight her, but the thing is, they make her fight by they do the basic thing, which is you have to outsmart the Predator to beat it,
Yeah,
because like you can't beat it physically. But they made the Predator forget how all of his technology works suddenly, and then he dies in the stupidest manner.
Well, thanks for spoiling the movie.
Yeah, literally.
Oh, sorry, the big spoilers. The Predator dies at the end.
I was going to say, I don't think the third act's as bad as you say, but
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
like,
No, I'm not saying it's bad. I'm just saying it falls apart for me.
Hey,
I wouldn't say falls apart. It's like, it's perfectly fine.
you know, a movie has a really, really awesome premise. Like if I were in a pitch meeting and you told me what this movie was gonna be about, I was gonna be like, I have to see this right now.
League of Super Pets.
Funny enough, it's on my list of movies that I didn't see. If
Wow,
you
great
told me,
pitch.
if you told me that
Awesome pitch, yeah, for sure.
Idris Elba versus a goddamn lion.
Oh my God, yes.
Okay, you pit those two behemoths up against each other. A lion, a CGI lion up against Idris Elba. I would say
They didn't
that
use a real lion. I'm not
Beast-
watching this.
That Beast is a movie I still didn't see.
I have to see it too.
I'm looking forward to it.
I saw the trailers. It gave me major Hearts of Darkness vibe, and it sold me. But I still haven't seen
Beast,
it.
is that the X-Men
Yeah.
movie?
I think I got a bone to pick with the guys who tell me what movies to watch, because like this is the first time I'm hearing about this.
Dude, I'm just memeing. It's probably not good. But
No,
listen.
I haven't seen it.
I think
either.
it's a cool premise, and I love Idris Elba.
He's
Speaking
cool.
of Idris Elba, the month of August seemed to have been Idris Elba's month, because he had another movie that came out. Was it the same week or like a week later?
I don't know.
George Miller, the genius behind the Mad Max franchise,
and Happy Feet.
and Happy Feet, yes,
And Happy Feet 2.
directed a movie starring Tilda Swinton and Idris Elba called 3,000 Years of Longing. And I was a bit disappointed to hear that the movie wasn't as amazing as we thought it would be.
I don't think anyone in this room watched
I don't
it.
Nobody
think-
did.
So basically,
Yeah.
we're giving this guy all this kudos to put out 2 movies back to back that no one's seen.
Yeah, but I'd rather
You
see
did
the
so
Lion
good,
movie.
man. Like, yo,
Good job,
good job, buddy.
Would
you're
you want?
You're really killing it.
But here's the
I
thing.
hope next year you release 4 movies that none of us see.
Well, Kyle, listen to this though. What would you rather watch? 3,000 Years of Longing or Beast?
Well, you love the Morbius title, so one word. You like the one-word titles, right? Because everything, everywhere, all at once sounds a lot like
But the
3,000
truth
years
is,
of
I'd
longing.
probably go with the Superman's dog movie or whatever.
Yo! Big win.
I like dogs. I f***ing like dogs.
It's literally about dogs. It's so cute.
God. Okay, we got to move on to September now. This is ridiculous.
Do you remember?
You know what? Fist bump. Okay, so movies that we did see in September. Technically, this is a 2021 movie, but they re-released it in 2022 with an extended cut in theaters.
Stupid extended cut.
Spider-Man: No Way Home, the more fun stuff version.
The more stuff edition, yes.
Yes.
The more I wasted money edition.
We actually recorded an episode on this, and it's going to come out eventually. All right, next up, Pinocchio, the live-action Disney Plus production from Robert Zemeckis, starring Tom Hanks.
Watch the Guillermo del Toro version
You were
instead.
probably going to get to that. Point being, this one I heard is cheap.
I thought that Pinocchio was maybe the biggest disappointment of the year because I've never seen Disney misunderstand their own not source material, but their own
what about
original
Star
animated
Wars?
film more than this one. Pinocchio is a massive misfire. I think it's a horrible movie because it just fundamentally misunderstands the morality tale that is Pinocchio.
That sounds like sounds like talk about The Last Jedi.
Like, yeah, but
Yo,
no,
but is
really.
it better than Morbius?
The
The first 25 minutes were not as good.
no, that's actually a really good question, dude.
You're gonna be surprised, okay? But this is another one of those movies where my girl wanted to watch, and she puts a movie on, and she falls asleep, okay? And then like eventually I'm there, and I'm like, damn, this is stupid. Pinocchio sitting here singing to me and dancing on my TV. I was so upset.
And then you kicked the door frame
so
because of
upset,
it.
and then I kicked the door frame and fractured my foot.
See, fucking Pinocchio did to you.
Pinocchio, yeah.
You little wooden bastard.
Here's the
I
thing.
was literally formulating that in my head, and I was about to say
straight to
it.
the fireplace, you know? do not pass go, you know, right to the fireplace. I'm a real boy.
More like I'm real firewood.
All right. Again, another film that technically came out in 2009, but was re-released in theaters. So I'm just gonna mention it anyway. The original Avatar was re-released, updated with 4K resolution, high dynamic range, and you like playing with that thing. It's gonna cause noise, Kyle. You're a CEO. You should know this. You should know that playing with the microphone.
I just want to make you even better than you already are.
Oh,
Look how
okay.
good you're doing, man.
You're hyping me up.
See, no, it's that dynamic range.
It's a
You
dynamic
see?
range.
I see what you
He's
did
testing
there.
the avatar.
I thought Avatar, the re-release, was visually stunning in theaters. I got
didn't
to
see
see it
it.
in IMAX 3D again.
3D. Gross.
Fantastic. Unfortunately, I couldn't see it in high dynamic range in theaters because our projector didn't support it at my IMAX theater. But when it eventually comes out on physical media and on Disney Plus, when they put that out, I'm really going to look forward to seeing it in HDR because I think Avatar is a visually
It's
stunning
gonna look
movie.
beautiful on your shelf right next to ambulance. I'm sorry.
All right, so movies in September that I didn't see. There's actually a lot. There's a lot of movies. I know you guys watched Barbarian. If you want to mention
Oh
anything
my
on
God.
That was a cool movie under the radar.
Yeah.
It was cool. Justin Long, I always love seeing him in a movie, so seeing him was a surprise.
He stole the show, and he
Yeah.
he delivered some lines that you'd expect out of a 2010 movie, where you're like, "Whoa, can he
I'm like,
say
oh,
this?
he said that.
Like, can he say this?"
Yeah, but it was a surprise for me. Like I heard a lot of buzz around. I'm like, okay,
Mhm.
let me put this on. I put it on one night. It's on Disney Plus, and I'm like, whoa, it was good. Like it's cool. I didn't know where it was going, and it was not what I thought it was gonna be.
Yeah,
it's definitely on my list. I really wanted to check it out. I was actually doing a marathon of a bunch of movies to prepare for this episode, and it was one of the ones that I couldn't get to. So
It was a
Which
wacky
ones did you
movie.
get to?
I'm gonna talk about it.
Okay.
I'm gonna talk about
Sorry.
He's been saying them all time.
it. All right, so we got a lot of stuff in September. Let's try to power through it. So, The Woman King with Viola Davis
I
is
didn't
another
care
really
to
great
see
film.
it.
I hear.
Pretty good.
You watched it?
Yeah,
You liked it?
Yeah, it was a good movie.
If Kyle liked it, then it's a great movie. Don't Worry, Darling, which I heard was very disappointing, but Linda really enjoyed it. Her friend
Name
Linda.
dropping.
Name dropping. You better watch this episode.
Watch it.
I don't agree with you, Linda, though. Sorry.
You watched it too? You didn't like it?
Yeah, I don't really like it.
Okay.
I heard it was cheeks.
You're
no
not
offense.
alone. I heard Smile, the horror thriller, was really, really good too.
Amazing marketing for that movie.
Yeah.
Amazing
Yeah.
marketing. Still didn't see it.
It's kind of the whole point of marketing, right? Is to get you to watch the movie. Yeah, I'm looking forward to watching that too. Blonde on Netflix, the Ana de Armas, Marilyn
Yeah, I
Monroe
heard that
movie.
was.
Not for you, eh?
You
Kyle?
know,
No.
I watched it. I could not. Like I told you, like
'Cause Ana de Armas,
I'm
right?
in love, right? Like, but
Yeah.
a huge miss. A
Huge miss.
Yeah.
You know? There's so much opportunity. A great story. They could have gone so many different ways, and it's I don't know.
I don't know.
Apparently, they misrepresent a lot of Marilyn
No,
Monroe's
guys,
life.
it's a completely made up story.
It's a made up. Yeah. It's
Oh,
not
fuck.
like
like 5% is probably true.
Oh, that sucks.
You know,
That's why
and
it's
it's a pretty it's a good story.
It's a heavy subject.
It's yeah, like
There's some stuff.
It's just weird to me making a completely
She's
fake
banging
story
the
about a real
president
person.
and like she's banging everybody. You know, like I don't know. It's,
Yeah, you can
Ana
tell
de
'cause she's-
Armas or Marilyn Monroe? What are you talking?
No, but I mean, like, it's just weird to make a fake story about a real person. I don't know. It's just weird.
yeah,
especially when the story's so good, right? Like it's not like it's a boring story and you like, oh, I gotta fill in the gaps. Like,
she's like kind of lived like a tragic life, and then just knowing that her legacy, like with this movie, is gonna be something that's not even about her. It's just it sucks.
Yeah.
Dude, they've done so many Marilyn Monroe adaptations. Come on, man.
Yeah, and, like, we really needed one more.
If she's looking down on us, she doesn't care at this point. Next up, Pearl was the movie that you guys were talking about. The
Kyle's wife.
prequel to X.
future wife.
Your future wife. Mention anything about Pearl? It was good, yeah?
I didn't see it.
we haven't seen
you didn't see it yet?
What you tried to sell me on a movie you didn't even see yet?
Oh,
Guys,
man.
I saw clips. That's all I know.
People have said it's better than X, and I believe people. So
Wow.
I'm gonna watch it like any day. I wanted to watch the fourth episode, and I didn't. I'm sorry.
Okay.
You're supposed to watch it with a certain person, but
I watched Atlanta instead.
Okay, listen.
That's a show.
Listen, the next movie that I didn't see that I know you guys saw, and I please tell me all about your experience with it. Clerks 3.
oh my god, Clerks 3.
I'll give you the floor.
I'll just say my quick piece because I didn't see it with Anthony, but Clerks 3 was phenomenal. What a emotionally charged movie, and one that just hit me to my soul and just had me just thinking for weeks practically. It was so good and so profound, and a perfect wrap up for the Clerks trilogy.
I think I saw you in Clerks 3.
I don't want to know which one it was.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't actually see Clerks 3.
We all know
but,
me and Paolo are Dante and Rando.
Yay.
the original Clerks had such a big impact on my life that like I can't see myself not enjoying it.
I
Nice.
love
You're gonna
Clerks.
it's I think you know what, if you saw the original Clerks and it's like big for you, it's gonna hit you hard.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's
I
gonna fucking hurt.
I love Clerks 1 and 2. I love Mallrats. I love Kevin Smith's movies.
I love Kevin Smith.
So when he's doing the convenience tour with this movie, touring around the country, coming to Canada, and he's showing the movie with presenting it himself, there's no way I'm not going.
Yo, Kevin Smith, hit us up. We're doing an interview for you. We're doing
Yes.
it up. We're doing it up. We'll be there.
I
will
paid for
I will buy you beer. I will buy you whatever the you want. Just
No,
come
now,
here.
now we look too desperate. Now we look too desperate. No beer, but we're gonna do the interview.
But I've watched all your movies many times, which I
Mhm.
told him when I met him at the VIP experience. I paid extra for it. It was so he's such a nice guy. The way he spoke about the movie, like you could tell it meant a lot to him. This was an experience I'm never gonna forget. Seeing him present the movie and everything, I loved it. The movie was great. Did I love it as much as Clerks 1 and 2? Maybe not, but I still loved it because it was there. I just like when movies have heart, and
Yeah.
this movie had heart to it.
Mm-hmm.
How much you pay for the VIP?
I'm not gonna say that on camera.
That's what people want to know.
Was it like
when he
200
goes on tour
bucks?
again. No.
More or less?
What's the next movie?
Moving on to October. Here, you were getting ahead of yourself. Now I'm going to mention one of the movies that was part of my marathon to prepare for this episode.
Okay.
Tar, which is Todd Field's latest film, starring Cate Blanchett, which also won her the Golden Globe for Best Actress in a Dramatic Role. I think this is maybe the best performance she's ever given in her career.
I know. She was in Thor 3.
Well, there goes my point.
Tar is a movie that I was watching it, and halfway through I'm like, this is super kind of like it's well made, but it's like very highbrow, very intellectual, very kind of you know what I mean. What's the word I'm looking
Pretentious.
for? Pretentious. Thank you. It's a little bit pretentious, a little bit overhyped. But by the time the movie wrapped and I truly understood what they were going for, I think this is kind of a profound movie. I think it's very, very richly nuanced and deeply layered. And like I said, that performance from Cate Blanchett, if you want, this movie's 2 hours and 40 minutes, so it's long.
Michael
But,
Bay directed it.
How's the first 25 minutes?
It all takes place in an ambulance.
Funny enough, the
Sorry.
first beginning chunk of the movie does take place in one room. It's an interview that she's having with a reporter. Anyway,
Kevin Smith.
I think
An ambulance.
They're good or they're bad, but
Yeah.
one of the two has to, you know.
So listen,
Maybe
Tar, not for everybody. Definitely not Kyle's kind of movie. Like,
Definitely not
if Ana
mine.
de Armas was in it, maybe, but like otherwise, no chance. But I think this is a really, really phenomenal movie that will be studied for decades.
Kind
to
of like
come.
Morbius.
Or Top Gun, the best movie of the past 10
I
years.
think it is. So
People
no, not
been
the
saying 15
best.
years.
Not the best. One of the best. Next up, also from October, Black Adam, a movie we never ended up reviewing.
God damn.
Thank God.
The Rock, we spared you.
You see, still in its plastic.
Okay.
It's gonna remain like that.
Him buying this implies that he might have enjoyed it. but it's bad.
Again,
He
the
knows
4K
he
transfer
knows that
apparently is
no
amazing.
one else in the world is gonna buy it, and in 20 years it might have value because no one actually bought
He
it.
is The
you know?
Rock's #1 fan. And this movie is, I'm sorry, The Rock, it is not good. Like, I wanted to like it and I couldn't.
It feels like a vanity project, and it kind of was made it clear when you learn more stuff about it later when he used this movie to promote his tequila brand
Yeah.
and other stuff.
Whatever. I thought the movie was fun, not great, and definitely not the movie that the DC universe needed. Thankfully, it's being rebooted now under the likes of James Gunn and
Peter Safran.
Peter Safran.
The hierarchy of power had changed.
How many
Better than
reboots-
Morbius.
How many reboots can DC handle before they accept that there's no space for them on this earth? You know,
James Gunn and Peter Safran, they got it now. And trust me, it's gonna be amazing.
Better than
what-
Morbius.
That's
Better
what
than
they-
Morbius.
I think that's what they said about the second Justice League, no, or something like that. Wasn't that something along those lines?
Don't
first Justice
don't
League
even
one.
don't even worry about that.
Okay, sorry. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not worried anymore.
Yeah, Black Adam was a thing. Anyway, what's next?
So what's next? The Banshees of Inisherin.
All right, what's next?
No. The Banshees of Inisherin, okay, won Best Comedy or Musical at the Golden Globes. Okay.
The Golden Globes.
It
Ooh.
won Colin Farrell his award as well for Best Actor in a,
Cool guy.
in a comedic role.
He always likes
Okay.
his peanuts.
More
Director
peanuts,
Martin
please.
McDonough. No, wait a minute. Director Martin McDonough. Okay, this guy's an incredible filmmaker. I love In Bruges. I love 3 Billboards Outside Ebbing, Missouri.
Oh, yeah, me
that
too.
Was a great.
You did see that movie?
I loved that.
But the
movie.
title sucks, though, right?
Yes.
Okay.
A little
I
long.
almost didn't watch it because. Of
Oh, I thought you were being sarcastic.
no, I'm
Honest
being
to
dead
God.
serious.
Great
The movie
movie.
was fantastic. It was like super like powerful, you know.
Agreed.
Um,
So that's the director of that movie. So this it's very, very original. It's hilarious, beautifully written, but also kind of like profoundly sad too.
Is
at
it
the
as
same time.
funny as League of Super Pets?
I don't know. I didn't see that movie.
I wouldn't think so.
But Brendan Gleeson, okay, Kerry Condon, and Barry Keoghan give incredible,
Cool guy.
The
Yeah.
dog in the mirror is
In-
you.
incredible performances. This movie is something that you should watch. Again, not for everybody, but I really, really liked
But
it.
it
a lot.
is for you.
It is for
What's
me.
next?
What's next? Well, a movie that I didn't see that I was really looking forward to. David O. Russell, okay, the genius who brought us American Hustle, Silver Linings Playbook.
He's definitely a filmmaker. Maybe not
The
genius,
Fighter.
but a filmmaker.
Directed a movie with an insane stacked cast again called Amsterdam, and it apparently sucked balls.
Say it Amster sucked.
it did
It did suck balls. You watched it,
super disappointing.
right?
Super disappointing.
So again, I haven't seen it. I still kind of want to give him the benefit of the doubt because ultimately there are movies that I have seen that I do like that the rest of the people don't.
Don't worry, I think he's gonna be in the
But-
clear if the first 25 minutes are good.
All right, I'm gonna move past that. Hellraiser, which is
Oh
a
my
new take
God.
on the Hellraiser franchise with
I-
a new female lead.
I wanted to see it, and
And then
I
you
heard
realize
some
there's a
good
new
stuff.
female lead.
Big oof.
I wanted to see it, but I have had heard good things, especially because I love Hellraiser 1 and 2,
Yeah, he's a big fan.
and like I just haven't seen it.
Okay, cool.
What's next?
Halloween Ends.
Oh my god, what a piece of shit! You know, that's my most hated movie of the year. Fuck that movie. Fuck that new trilogy.
I like this.
It was-
let
it
it out,
was-
Paolo. Let it out.
It was so f***ing dumb. It's like like look, the whole thing they're trying
Don't
to
spoil.
put. No, it's okay. It's not a spoiler. Basically, the whole thing is that Michael Myers is unkillable, yet there's no reason why to it. It's just like this guy's just fucking too angry to die. But yet in the past movies, they've established that he has some sort of supernatural thing going, and they do not explore that whatsoever. So it just gets down to like a fucking 70, 80-year-old man is getting beaten to the point where it's like he should have been dead like 3 movies ago, and yet he's still going and going. But it's like, no, he's just that strong. And it's like, and just it's so poorly done in every way. Like even the premise itself is so interesting, where you have like this new Michael Myers kind of prodigy coming, and they fuck that up too. Like, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, I thought it was a fine movie. Next.
That was I like that. Paolo, I like the passion. You just kind of like you blew up into like
That
passionate hate. I started eating my cereal again.
Yeah.
Like you got me going. Like that's when you know you're doing good.
that movie pissed me off. Like, ask Anthony.
I thought it was
You know, I
fine.
don't need to ask Anthony. I just saw first hand. Okay.
Listen,
I mean, it pissed him off.
listen. I watched the first Halloween from this new trilogy.
I really like that movie.
And if they're hyping up, these 3 set of movies to be the true sequel to the original Halloween,
Oh,
film,
f- that.
and all
second time they've done
all the original sequels don't count anymore, and then you make Halloween Kills and Halloween Ends, two really, really bad movies.
Did you watch Kills?
I didn't.
It was fun.
That
It
ultimately,
wasn't good, but it was fun.
listen, that ultimately don't, serve the Laurie Strode kind of Michael Myers showdown story that they were going for the whole time, and you just make two bad sequels. Again, I just don't understand the point of of these movies anymore.
It's
Like,
just this.
I
It's
hated,
this.
I hated all the Halloween movies, honestly. I think they've been bad from the start. I
Oh,
don't expect anything other than bad. You know,
Well, you should watch it. You won't be disappointed.
I'll be disappointed myself. You
know,
know,
what it comes down to is just these like writers, directors that think they can do better than what's
Yo.
in the past, but then they just end up.
Not
up.
this Danny McBride, okay? Watch your mouth.
He wrote it.
Yes.
He should be
Him
disappointed.
and David Gordon Green, two great filmmakers.
He
I
should
don't
be
know what happened with those
disappointed. I'm
movies.
sorry. He's done so much great shit in the past. He really got the bed with this one.
They were fine. Next.
Next, we're moving on to the month of November. We're gonna start with a very small movie. Maybe you haven't heard of it, called Black Panther: Wakanda Forever.
What's that?
I don't know. I think we might have reviewed it. Check that out. My opinion remains largely the same, although I feel like I do appreciate the movie the more and more I watch it.
More I think about it.
I appreciate Lupita Nyong'o every time I see it.
Okay.
Great.
Ludwig Göransson's score. I swear to God, I've been listening to this on my way to school like every single day on the metro.
So good.
So good. God, it's so good.
Ludwig is like one of the best composers in the past 10 years,
That guy-
unironically.
I've said it since day one. That guy cooks.
Yeah, he cooks.
He's good.
And,
Mhm.
also, Angela Bassett won Best Golden Globe for supporting actress.
No
For that movie?
Yeah.
For that movie, she won.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
yesterday.
No,
We
good for
recorded
her.
this the
Good
day
for her.
after, again, in case you forgot.
2 days after, but yeah.
2 days after? Oh my God.
It was
I don't even-
Tuesday.
Way. But she won. So, like, huge moment for the comic book community, winning a massive award like that. For
100%.
acting, we've only ever had jokers playing jokers ever win.
shout out to the comic book community.
Yeah, shout out to the comic book community.
Those are good guys.
Also,
Yeah,
in the
are
month
they?
Some are mid.
so also in the month of November, Mark Mylord's film called The Menu.
Oh my God.
So I really want to talk about The Menu later.
Cheeseburger.
The biggest takeaway from that movie for me was I wanted a fucking cheeseburger. And the next day
Cheeseburger.
I got one, and goddamn, it wasn't as satisfying as how it saw in the movie, but it was still good.
The Menu, again, another super original film.
Yeah.
Maybe not for everybody, but I thought it was a deliciously good time. Seriously.
This is about food.
Deliciously
good time, dude.
Look at that, dude.
It
that's
is-
that's poster
Did
material
you
right
practice that in
there.
the mirror before coming here today? Like, honestly.
Among
No, but-
other things.
But I wrote it on our reference point approved post on Instagram.
Okay.
I put that in
That's supposed
there. I was
that,
doing a bunch of like food puns.
I like
Yeah.
that. I like that. That's supposed to actually got me to watch the movie.
This
I'm
movie
super
tastes
delighted I
good.
did. I
Wait a second.
Look, it may be an acquired taste for some. Okay. Seriously. But it's richly layered. Okay.
Okay.
Like a lasagna. Like
Ooh, I could have a lasagna right now.
Like a John Leguizamo.
like a John lasagna.
Anyway, this movie stars Ray Fiennes. Okay, Anya Taylor-Joy,
More
Nicholas
like Ray Times.
the Ray time. And I think you should watch it. Again, it might not be for you, but I think this movie is just.
It was for us.
I think it's brilliant.
The only thing I think it was missing was like maybe like a couple bowls of cereal. No cereal in it.
Yeah.
Every perfect menu should have
Full cereal.
bowl of cereal.
Not
I agree.
sponsored by Fruit Loops. Okay. Next up, we have a film that was released in limited release in theaters because it's a Netflix production, and then was put on Netflix in the month of December. This is the sequel to Knives Out, which is also unironically one of my favorite movies of the last 10 years. The sequel's called Glass Onion: A Knives Out Mystery.
A very good movie. Very fun.
I didn't see it, so
I thought it was.
Wait, what?
It was
Yeah,
Remember,
yeah.
I didn't come with you guys.
I thought you watched it on Netflix after. or
Not
something.
even.
No, not even.
Oh
Busy
my
watching
God.
Jurassic World for the
Get
18th
outta
time.
Paolo, don't worry. If
Basically.
you've
Get outta
seen one
here.
of those mystery movies, okay. If you've seen them all, they're all the same thing.
Not this one. I thought this one was, again, the word I keep using is original. This is a super, super original take on a mystery film.
I love Ryan Johnson movies.
I like the first one a lot. Like, really, really enjoyed it. I am excited to see the second one. It's just I didn't get around to it.
I like the
So-
first one just a smidge more.
Okay,
But this
so
one's still
I
amazing.
think the first one was much better.
But this one's amazing.
The thing that I do like about the first one more is that I think it kind of gripped me a little bit more emotionally. I was more attached to specifically Ana de Armas, again, unironically, Ana de Armas' character in the first one because I really enjoyed the family dynamic. And I don't want to spoil the first one in case you guys haven't seen it, but when certain revelations happen towards the end of the movie,
great.
that emotional kind of like attachment that I had to her, I felt was lacking in the second one. There was nothing like that kind of hooked me in that sort of way.
I agree.
But that was the one thing. But otherwise, in terms of, I guess, spectacle, lavish production design, cinematography, budget, cast, everything. Ethan Hawke has a cameo in it. Glass Onion is, I think, personally a masterpiece. I think it's. I love it. I love it so much. I
can respect it, but I don't think I'd call it a masterpiece.
Okay.
Well, cool. We just simply disagree with
Agree to disagree. You're so fucking wrong, Kyle.
And remember, you took their side against me. Remember that.
And he's gonna do it again.
I told you, I'm on all sides of the fence. You know?
Yeah, that's okay.
But he's playing both sides, so he always comes out on top.
Exactly.
November is really a stacked month because another film that came out, which I just watched this morning while I was trying to catch up for my marathon. The Fabelmans, Steven Spielberg's part memoir kind of story on his childhood, and also just kind of like part celebration of cinema in general.
Does Seth Rogen laugh in it?
Seth Rogen does laugh in it.
Okay, it's probably a good movie
Seth
then.
Rogen is in the film.
Haven't
He has
seen
a
it.
very nice role in it, and he laughs. He does laugh. I thought this movie was wonderful. I don't think it was some like top tier level of Spielberg, to be honest.
Was it as good as Ready Player One?
It's definitely better than Ready Player One. I just thought it was a very very kind of like insightful look into Steven Spielberg's life. I think he has a lot to say, especially how childhood isn't necessarily easy all the time.
But I got an idea. He makes a sequel where he makes Jaws, and then when he works with George Lucas on Indiana Jones, and George Lucas is played by Andrew Garfield.
That's a great idea. Next.
Actually, I kind of dig that casting
That's
for
my
George
pitch
Lucas.
for the sequel.
So-
Fabelmans 2, Electric Boogaloo.
The Fabelmans ended up winning Best Drama and Best Director for Steven Spielberg. At
Best
the
actor,
Golden
Andrew
Globes.
Garfield, George Lucas.
Why do you gotta suck the joy out of everything?
Grabs
It's
a lot about
like
sucking.
a married couple now, you know?
in
He wants to
November,
talk about Tar more.
oh god, in
I think you
November,
cleaned the streets with.
in fucking November, another movie that I didn't see, unfortunately didn't see now, was Weird, the Al Yankovic story.
Oh
You guys
my god,
mentioned.
I've been dying to see it. I love Weird Al.
Wait,
He's
no one
my-
else watched it here?
Nope.
No, I didn't see it yet.
You have to talk about it, please, because like
Does he sing the Transformers the movie song in it?
No.
no, that was Dare to Be Stupid, right?
Yeah. I see the poster over there. I don't know.
I love Weird Al. He is genuinely one of my favorite artists.
It's,
he is so funny and so creative.
It's definitely super creative, you know. It's not like an exact like biography or anything, you know.
Right.
But it's definitely got like that weird like he definitely puts himself into the movie, right? So like it's got like it's kind of weird, it's kind of quirky. It's
how was Daniel Radcliffe in the role?
amazing,
Yeah?
amazing. I think everything he does is amazing, except for Harry Potter.
Victor Frankenstein, great film.
But it was really good. The acting was good. It's very quirky. It's fun. You know, it's not a very serious movie, but it's
Not what I thought it would be.
I heard like it parodies like the music biopic genre, which is like perfectly on brand for Weird Al.
Oh yeah, it's
So,
the full
like-
thing's a parody, right? Like it's parody on top of parody. He parodied Squared.
Fantastic.
I'm excited to watch it, honestly.
So also another movie that I didn't catch, Spirited, the Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell movie.
No one
You
watched
watched
that. No one.
The horse movie.
No, it's a
That's
Spirit.
Next.
The Christmas movie. Anyway, whatever.
No one watched it.
Another movie which I heard was really good, Devotion, which is that
To what?
period that period war airplane film with.
We should have no trouble speeding through these guys.
Anyway, I heard it's really good.
Wait, it's
moving-
like
Oh,
a plane. Like
yeah,
no, this
it's
I'm
a-
actually kind of
it's
interested.
It's a period war film
With
It's-
Jonathan Majors and Glenn Powell.
and Glenn Powell. Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah.
That's the one. Yeah, I heard really
Okay.
good things.
But it's like what's the premise
I didn't
exactly?
even realize
I
you
don't
knew
know.
anything about anything, and now I'm like, you actually know some shit.
I do.
Yeah, that one.
But you know.
He may not look it, but he knows his stuff.
He's smart, know stuff.
So that's it. That's all I have for November. Moving on to December. Movie that I did see,
Mm-hmm.
and I want to give it the floor for a little bit. Avatar: The Way of Water.
We don't have time to waste on these things, buddy.
Listen.
We gotta speed through this.
Listen, we didn't talk about Avatar: The Way of Water at any point.
It's like the
on
first one,
social
but
media.
wet.
We didn't talk about Avatar: The Way of Water on
Me
social
seeing
media.
those Navi people, am I right?
Guys, I just want to talk about this movie.
You just want to talk about this mid movie.
Look,
Your tail's not the same as mine. Crap.
Oh,
look.
that's fighting words.
I'm
James Cameron's gonna
I'm
come
gonna
to your
take a lot of
house.
blue hate on this, but I'm gonna tell you something, okay? What? I just 3 hour, 3.5 hour, like 12-hour long, just time wasting piece of crap.
James Cameron is gonna come to your house and just kick your ass
I hope he does, because I'm gonna kick his ass for making
with your fractured foot after
You're
seeing
gonna have to
Pinocchio.
You're gonna have to punch his ass, not kick it.
I really like this movie a lot. I think it's an improvement over the first film. I think it has arguably the greatest visual effects ever put to film. It's something that really, really should be applauded. I saw the film in high frame rate too, which was an interesting experiment in theaters. I thought it was a little bit inconsistent because mid-scene it would transition from high frame rate to regular 24 frames per second, and it felt a little bit jarring. I don't really feel like it always jived super well, and I also don't think that my projector in my IMAX 3D theater was able to handle the high frame rate because I saw a little bit of like frame skipping and some ghosting at parts. But we need people like James Cameron to kind of push and innovate in the realm of digital cinema.
He's
Or
pushing
else-
to
Have you
keep me
ever
away.
seen any Star Wars movie?
No, or else you're gonna get too many Marvel movies.
James Cameron,
James Cameron
and,
is pushing to keep me awake.
and George Lucas are two massive pioneers and promoters of digital filmmaking. And I think that everything on a technical level in this movie is remarkable. I thought the storytelling was great. However, like the first film, it kind of gets bogged down in some exposition issues. Most of the dialogue at times is very expository, and it could have been a lot better. But what I like about this one is the story feels a lot more personal, especially in the third act. I don't know if you agree with me, but the third act action was really good.
I never saw the first one, but I will say this: I feel like there's like everything's kind of like dragged out just so it hits some crazy movie time, and I just don't think it's necessary. I don't think it benefits the movie.
Are you excited for 4 more of this?
No, I'm never like that's it. That
That's
was
it,
my.
you're
that
done.
was
How
it,
did you not watch the first one? Like everyone's seen it.
Yeah, it's like it's made like
put
2
you
or
on the
3
show?
billion dollars. Who agreed to have
I
our
don't know,
boss
dude,
here?
Some idiots, you know. No, I don't know. It's just it's just too it's too dragged out. Mumbo jumbo is what it is, you know. Although the graphics and there's some scenes where like obviously,
You know,
I like the Muppets more.
I will say, like, I didn't see Avatar yet, but like I appreciate the first one for what it is, and I feel like it's one of those things where it's such a visual spectacle, much more than Ambulance, that you have to see it in theaters, or else you would be genuinely missing out on an experience even afterwards.
Listen, they've been working on this movie for so long. I think you genuinely owe it to them to go and watch the film in a theater, see it on the big screen, see it in IMAX 3D. It's why when I said it's the greatest visual effects ever put to film, I think it's the greatest 3D ever put to film. I'm telling you, this movie, you have to take it, absorb it. It's an experience, guys.
Yeah.
Please, if by the time this episode comes out, if it's still in theaters, go watch the movie. I beg of you.
It's probably gonna be still in theaters.
Probably.
they
You know
keep
what?
those things-
It deserves to be. And I'm excited to see where the sequels takes this franchise. I am.
100%.
So that's it. That's the only movie I saw in December. Because, oh my God, there's a lot of stuff that come out, and I haven't had time to watch. So, I didn't watch Violent Night,
Neither did we.
which is like a Santa Claus movie
I don't do Christmas
killing
movies.
people.
Next.
No, but he's killing people. It's a cool,
Yeah.
it's a unique take.
Fair.
Emancipation, which was that Will Smith Apple, right? Apple Plus, film.
No.
Which I heard the performances are remarkable. It's just a shame that the Oscar kind of situation involving Will Smith kind of really hurt that movie, I think.
Yeah, it's bullshit though.
No,
Honestly,
I think
like,
it did.
like no, I meant like as in like that it hurt it in the first place. Like
Because he slapped him.
basically,
Pretty much.
Big whoop, you know, like.
literally.
Speaking of a big fucking whoop, the whale.
Boo! You know,
It was a segue.
I really want to see that movie.
Segue!
The whale.
I
Darren
wanna
Aronofsky's latest film, which I hear surprisingly, it was getting incredible buzz when it was doing
Yeah.
the festival circuit.
Or just 50-50.
And then now, no, but then later on, the critics kind of started turning on it a little bit.
So what
I
is it,
don't know
like
why.
an ocean movie or
What
something?
no, what people have said though is Brendan
The
Fraser's
sea was angry,
performance
my friend.
is absolutely like game changing.
What is this movie about? Someone fill me in.
I honestly don't know, but Brendan Fraser.
It's basically
plays
about a really, really fat guy trying to reconnect with his daughter.
it's a biopic about Paolo.
Mean.
So
Genuinely though, hearing
No,
like
it's
Brandon
good.
Fraser's like performance is amazing and people are praising it, brings me so much joy. That man has suffered so much
know.
in the past, and like he deserves all the praise and more. And like
He's cool,
I
dude.
want to see this movie literally for him.
He's
Me
a cool
too.
guy.
no,
That-
Brendan Fraser tearing up when he got that standing ovation at one of the was it the Venice festival?
Might have
I
been
can't
Toronto,
remember.
maybe. I don't know.
Seriously, I love Brendan Fraser.
Mhm.
I understand why he hasn't been in things, but you know, he's just such a delightful man. He seems like a real sweetheart, and I'm happy he's
Mhm.
getting recognized for his amazing performance. in this
Same
film.
here.
Cannot wait to see it. Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio, which you mentioned
We
before.
mentioned it before. It's
Uh,
good. We haven't seen it. It's good.
It's on Netflix.
Garbage.
Won Best Animation. No, not
Not the
Pinocchio.
Disney one. The Guillermo del Toro.
Yeah,
Two
It's
Pinocchios
really
came
cool.
out.
It's
Two
stop
Pinocchios.
motion.
Two Pinocchios came out.
yeah.
There should be like some sort of like laws against this, you know?
No,
Like-
it's actually specifically because of that, because of the what's the public domain stuff? Because Pinocchio just entered public domain, or like it's
I
been
don't
there for a
know.
very long time.
I don't have Pinocchio's phone number. I can ask him. What's next?
What's next? Another animated film, which wasn't a lot of people were like kind of like pushing for this to be best animated film of the year.
Oh, with the sexy werewolf.
No, not with the sexy werewolf.
Yeah, I think you are.
The one with the sexy cat.
No, there's literally a wolf in
It's
the
the
movie.
same movie. You guys are arguing for the same movie.
Oh, okay. I don't know. I didn't see it yet.
Neither have I.
But everyone who did see it loved the movie. Every
Mhm.
single person who saw it that I know. Puss in Boots: The Last Wish.
No,
No,
I
Trust me,
I was
Kyle.
kind of surprised at how much love it was getting, because like the first Puss in Boots movie was just like,
Mid.
yeah, it was okay. Like it was fun. Like it was cute, but like I was just like, I'd want to watch more Shrek more than anything. But like this one, I've heard phenomenal things, and it's kind of crazy that it's doing this well.
Yeah. Next, Babylon. Babylon. I love Damien Chazelle.
Whiplash, one of my favorite movies of the past 10 years. Unironically, it came out in 2014. That's not the past 10 years, is it? I don't know. Who
Oh,
cares? Math, I'm
yeah.
tired. Anyways,
Almost.
it's
It's
one of my
like 8.
favorite
Thank
movies.
God you're not trying to be an accountant or anything,
Yeah,
because
couldn't
else
be
I'd be
me.
worried about you.
Couldn't be me. But yeah, Whiplash, one of my favorite movies past 10 years. And I love La La Land. This movie, heard it wasn't that great. I still want to see it.
Me
Haven't
too.
watched it yet.
It made like a whole $12 at the international box office.
It made like, didn't even crack $1,000 internationally. So
I don't even
funny.
know that's possible.
More or less than the Gina Carano movie.
Less.
Less than the Gino Carano movie. Yeah.
A big rip.
Anyway, Babylon. I was really looking forward to this one. Got horrible reviews. So I will see it.
I'm
but
going to give it a chance.
I'm gonna give it a chance because hey, the cat, and again another stacked cast. What is it with the stacked cast in this year?
I
It's
think, I
crazy.
think they get sometimes they get too many, you know, it's a too many chefs in the kitchen thing where no one
Yeah.
can actually shine and no one can actually do their thing, and it's just like
100%.
actor after actor, you know.
Exactly. They're each trying to like steal the spotlight rather than work as like a cohesive unit.
And it's just hard to like go out, you know, to play the back and forth when like you don't get enough time to play the back and forth, you know.
But yeah.
That
Yeah.
could be applied to a lot of things.
Like this dynamic we have right here.
Yeah, exactly.
What's next on the list?
I want to dance with somebody. Another biopic.
I didn't see it. What's next?
I feel bad. It's like it's the Whitney Houston biopic.
Yeah.
Was it good? Like
I heard it was
I
terrible.
social things. Yeah.
I heard it was
Aw,
god awful.
that's sad.
I have a lot of respect for Houston, but like
I think she's she was an incredible female.
one of the best to ever walk the earth, you know.
My favorite. One of my favorite.
And I
artists.
just think that makes it really a hard thing to follow.
Hollywood fing up a biopic. Oh, I can't believe that.
All right, you suck the joy out of everything, Anthony.
He knows a lot about sucking. What's
Next up in December, there was a movie called A Man Called Otto. That's
Who?
the name of the movie. A Man
Hello,
Called
Peter.
Otto, like from The Simpsons.
No,
like Octavius.
It's a Tom Hanks movie.
and I love to grotto.
It's a Tom Hanks movie, and I didn't see it, but I heard it's pretty good. And then, guys, we're at the last movie now. Thank Christ. It's called.
This moment was never going to come.
Jurassic World Dominion.
No.
2.
It's Noah Baumbach's newest film. Noah Baumbach.
Madagascar 3. No,
He
Actually,
no,
I saw-
He did,
I s-
he did work on
I know,
Madagascar.
He did. That's why I said it.
But I was gonna say more Marriage Story, which is I think a remarkable movie.
That came out in 2022.
no.
Madagascar 3, no.
No, Marriage Story didn't come out in 2022.
Okay, because I was like, what the?
No, we keep
he
interrupting.
did Marriage Story.
Okay.
Stop interrupting.
They made it to the last one, and
We're at
that's
the
what
last one.
happened.
Okay. The movie is called White Noise, and Adam Driver's in it. And
Very nice. Did you see it? No. Did you see it? No.
No.
Did you see it? No. Okay,
No.
perfect. What's
You know,
next?
speaking of Adam Driver, actually, he's got that 65 movie coming out. It's like a Sam Raimi dinosaur
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah.
It looks really cool.
I don't
Oh,
think he's.
I
gonna
know a
play
guy
with
who loves dinosaur movies.
Who?
You.
it. But do they have to be good?
Kyle.
No, they just need to have dinosaurs in them.
That's
why
the
he
best
loves them so much.
part.
That was beautiful, Kyle. Thank you for that.
Someone even say cute.
So listen,
Like a red panda.
you thought this was the last movie, but I just want to kind of acknowledge some non-English speaking films, because they're equally important.
How do we have time for that?
No, we do have time for that. No, no. Quickly, quickly.
Beautiful.
From Argentina, okay, there's a film called Argentina 1985. That's the name of the movie. Okay, it won the Golden Globe for best non-English speaking film.
Go watch
And
it.
I hear amazing things about this movie. I really, really want to see it. From Germany, I know you saw this one. It's on Netflix.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
It's called All Quiet on the Western Front. Daniel
Yeah.
Brühl is in it. Okay, I
Okay.
hear this movie is incredible,
Phenomenal.
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 I'm gonna see this movie. From the Netherlands, France, and Belgium, we have another movie called Close. I hear first of all, I hear amazing things about all these movies.
We get
so I'm
it. They're
just
great.
gonna
What's
stop saying they're
next?
So,
great. Wait.
comment below. Also, the camera is completely crooked. So, what's the next movie on this list?
So next movie from the non-English films that I think everyone should check out is from South Korea. It's called Decision to Leave. Got amazing reviews. Check that out. And then from India, RRR is the name of the movie.
Out of all the movies you listed, that's the one I've heard the most about.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it is
actually,
very
same.
big. So very popular and yeah.
Haven't
Amazing.
seen it.
I kind of want to jump in here, throw out in a few movies that like I had seen that you actually didn't mention.
Chippendales from May.
Oh my! Well, Chip and Dale, not
Chip and-
Chippendales. That's
That was a
completely
show.
different. No,
Oh.
Chippendales is.
I know,
is
but
the
it's a
male
show. It's a
stri-
show.
No,
they
it's
made
the-
the show.
What
about
did
it.
you guys
No,
watch?
it's a male like
It's
it's,
a
like the
male-
male Hooters.
I know what it is. They made a show about it on Disney Plus now with Kumail Nanjiani.
Chippendales.
Yes.
Oh my God, you're right.
Has nobody else been seeing the advertisements?
Anyway, listen, Chip and Dale, Rescue Rangers.
That
on
movie
Disney
slapped.
Plus.
It was so
that
good.
one was incredible from May. Please continue with your list, Paul.
Let's say like I really enjoyed Chippendale. On like for what it was, I kind of enjoyed the Lego Movie and what was that other movie that?
Jurassic World.
And I said in the car it was
The Muppets.
The Muppets.
and the Muppets because I find that they worked with that premise much better. And honestly, even like with the whole like washed out like childhood actors stuff, I find the Muppets did it much better.
I love the Muppets and I love
them all.
Chippendale.
Yeah, I love them all.
Great guys.
Yeah.
Then there's Chippendale. Then there's from Japan,
Ooh.
Shin Ultraman.
Ooh.
Really fantastic flick. I had a great time because I love Ultraman. I love Tokusatsu, and like, seeing such a big budget Ultraman movie was really fun.
Carl, you like that movie?
I loved it.
Perfect.
You actually seen it?
No.
Did you
Oh.
seriously?
What's
I
next?
don't know. I feel like Ultraman is right up Kyle's alley.
Is it
Genuinely.
really?
Yeah. It's about a man who grows giant and fights monsters.
I know how
You
much
know,
Kyle loves subtitles. So.
I really should have seen that coming. Like that's like,
When you see movies from Japan, if there's a monster involved, it's cool. Yeah.
For sure.
okay.
Next.
I might give it a watch.
Next, there's Sea Beast. It's a Netflix animated movie. It stars Carl Urban, and it's basically like How to Train Your Dragon, the first one, but with like pirates and fighting sea serpents.
Cool.
Really,
Who's training who?
no, there's no training in this. Instead, like it's a really cute movie, really good.
Cute.
Yeah,
Big panda.
and very well animated. Like it looks beautiful. Even like the ocean scenes, the landscapes, everything's really good.
Cool.
And yeah, that's it actually for my list.
oh, perfect.
Everything else was said.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Everything, everywhere, all at once was said.
Well, on that note, this is the moment you've all been waiting for. Okay, what is our top 5 ranking of favorite movies each for the year? I'm gonna start with my number 5, and we're gonna work our way around. Kyle was a very late addition to this episode.
I'd like to
so I
go
don't-
last because I need some time to really think
Yeah,
about
you
my
need
top 5.
some time.
Honestly,
Okay,
yeah.
okay, no problem. So I'll start with number 5. My number 5 is The Menu. For all the reasons that I said before, I think this film is brilliant. Watch it on Disney Plus, please. Paolo, what's your number 5?
My number 5 will be Prey.
Prey.
I adored the movie. I adore the actress. It was such a good movie and very creatively inspiring for me. And the only thing is why I'd put it at number 5 is just because of the ending fight. I really did not like that they really kind of made the Predator just forget how his own technology works, and it feels very contrived. Like I really do feel like they could have done something much better to make her outsmart the Predator, but instead they didn't do that.
Cool.
With that said, they set up an interesting sequel, which I'm really looking forward to seeing.
For sure.
What about you, Anthony?
Clerks 3. Is it the best made movie of the year? No. But I loved it. So much heart. It's funny. I watched it a few times now. It's great.
Yeah, look.
Such a good movie.
Look, I want to reiterate, this is our personal list of top 5 movies that we would probably want to revisit the most and rewatch the most.
That's how I rank these movies, how much
Yeah,
I'm rewatching
you know.
and whatnot.
Are there significantly better movies than The Menu from this year? Possible, but it remains my number 5. Kyle, did you think of something yet? No?
No, not really. No.
Very good. My number 4 is The Batman. Okay? Go watch a review on that. Paolo, what's your number 4?
Honestly, I don't know. I would probably say maybe Jackass Forever. Genuinely, it had me in
Forever at 4.
Are you serious right now?
Yeah, it's a movie that I can revisit. I enjoyed watching it so much, and it brought me so much joy, especially seeing those guys at it again after so many years. I love Jackass. I love all the skits they do. This was a movie that just brought me an immense amount of joy. And that's kind of what the movie watching experience is about. It's about bringing joy and having feeling when watching something rather than just ranking stuff on a pseudo-intellectual basis.
Fantastic.
Well, that's a movie. Jackass, I loved it, but would I rewatch it every day? Probably not, because it's pretty disgusting at points. That being said, my number 4 is Scream 5, also known as Scream. I love the movie. It's meta. Got me excited for the future of Scream. What more could I want? It was great. I loved it.
Fantastic.
Kyle, do you have a number 4?
I'm gonna give you my 5 at the end, all in a row.
Fantastic.
Okay.
All right.
Looking forward to it.
He's trying to steal our answers. What's next, Matthew?
My number 3 is Kyle's favorite title of all time, Everything Everywhere All at Once.
Morbius.
Okay? The performances are incredible. The script is incredible. The direction is some of the best I've seen in a while. And honestly, you know what? I think it might have even deserved some more Golden Globe wins, this movie, yeah. Because it got it for the performances. I thought it personally deserved it for the screenplay. And I thought it also deserved it for the best comedy or musical.
I'm about to get a
category.
little bit of hate, but I just thought the movie was just a tad overrated. I liked
okay.
it, but I feel like people overhyped it a little
That's
bit.
okay. It's fine. You know, you have poor taste.
It's fine.
Sorry, I zoned out. What movie?
Everything Ever All at Once. Next.
Oh,
Yes.
wow. You say it's overrated?
Yeah.
Huh.
Incredible. And
I said my piece.
it has heart. It's emotionally satisfying by the end. Just all comes together in a profoundly mind-blowing way. I think it's great.
Nice.
Donuts.
So, Anthony, what's your number 3?
Well, Paul, thank you for asking. My number 3 is one of the best movies of the past 10 years. Top Gun Maverick.
Actually.
Yeah, I put it at number 3.
So, my number 3.
No, look, as much as I clown on Gravis for always forcing me to make me go watch it, I really did like the movie. It's a great film. The effects, the blend of practical and visual effects is so good. The action is spectacular. You don't see scenes with planes like that in anything. I don't know. I hate the first movie. I don't like that first movie. This movie's great.
I think I think Gravis bought him off a little handy in the movie theater. Well, I think
The joke's on
Your
you.
theory holds no weight because you didn't go to the theater with me.
Yeah, he gave me the handy at his house.
At my house. At my house.
no, you guys really showed me.
In front of all our friends. In front of all our friends. A lot of witnesses there to confirm that.
Exactly. Polo, what's your number 3?
yours, man? Yeah.
My number 3 is The Batman.
Okay, very good.
Fantastic movie. I love this new interpretation of Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
watch a review on it. All right, number 2.
I wasn't in the review, so let me continue talking.
Oh my god, you were.
That's what I was saying.
The the one opportunity Paolo has to ever talk about the Batman, and
you literally
cut him off.
You cut him off.
It's all good. It's all good. But no, it was a absolutely fantastic movie. I love this new interpretation of
I
Bruce
bet he's
Wayne.
gonna say he loves the score.
Yeah, no, the score,
Who composed
fantastic. Michael Giacchino.
Giacchino. Yeah.
You know, I like this new interpretation of like the villains. I loved seeing the Iceberg Lounge. I don't know why.
Yeah.
It really hyped me up when they were saying like, "Oh yeah, we're going to Iceberg Lounge." I'm like,
I
Yeah.
hyped you up to like go clubbing again in a post.
Not even-
in a post. What was the word we were using? No. We can't.
post Morbius world.
Oh,
Morbius fever.
For Morbius fever world. That's right.
No, but genuinely kind of hyped me up. Zoe Kravitz, great.
Oh,
Even Jeffrey Wright, amazing as Gordon.
yes.
I actually prefer him over J.K. Simmons.
Well, I mean that's not really a.
I know.
difficult-
He
Well,
was
to
in
be fair,
like 2
it's-
scenes.
I was expecting him to say
Gary Oldman.
Gary Oldman.
No, even
you know?
Gary Oldman. Yeah,
Oh come on.
yeah.
Really?
I like Jeffrey Wright better.
I don't know.
He was
about
I
in
like
the
he's
movie.
like that gruff cop, and he's like a heart of gold. I don't know with Oldman. I guess it's also my own reservations about the Nolan movies in general too. That's probably bleeding into it. Whatever. And I honestly look forward to seeing what they do with this like series.
Hey, Anthony, what's the best line in the Batman? Happy fucking Halloween.
It's not even Halloween. What's next, Matthew? What's your number 2?
My number 2.
Your
You
number
ready?
2?
You ready for it?
It's a real number 2.
I have to. I've been holding it.
Jurassic World Dominion.
Okay, you ready? You ready for my number 2, guys?
I'm ready for your number
You ready
2.
for my number 2?
Emotionally, no, but
I'm
let's
about
go.
to drop a massive bomb on you guys. You ready? Glass Onion, a Knives Out mystery. Again, if you have not seen this film yet, it's available on Netflix. You have no excuse not to watch it. You don't also have to see the first one to appreciate the second one, because they're not really connected in any way.
Yeah.
It follows the same character, Daniel Craig, as a detective,
Benoit Blanc.
Benoit Blanc.
Blanc.
But there's no real connection, so it's fine. It's good. You could just enjoy that and then watch the first one later. on another
What's
day.
your number 2, Paul?
Honestly, I enjoy that aspect because like
Yep.
we don't have many anthology movies. Now everything has to kind of be connected and play into the previous and
Oh, I get
the
that.
sequels.
And-
Having anthology flicks is it's kind of a breath of fresh air almost.
And what I will say also about Glass Onion, a rewatch on this movie is extremely rewarding
Yeah.
because everything is set up so beautifully in the first half of the movie, and then some things happen that I don't want to spoil, but it allows you to, let's just say, look back on what you have just seen in a new light.
It's kind of like the first one almost like
Exactly.
Pretty much.
So riddled with like little clues and Easter eggs and everything. Let's just say is in plain sight. It's a mystery. Very, very good film. My second favorite of the year. I don't know if I like it as much as the original Knives Out, but it's extremely close. So, number 2, Glass Onion. Yeah.
Anthony, would you like to go ahead? Because I'm still kind of thinking of mine.
Yeah.
Unprepared guys are here. Him and Kyle.
My number 2. I didn't look at my phone for this.
No, you didn't.
My number 2.
Is
I just took a 2. No, number 2 for me is Nope.
ooh,
Nope
nice.
was a movie that blew me away because, look, I like Get Out and I like Us, but I don't ever plan on revisiting those movies. Like, I enjoy them, but I'm not like the
Really?
biggest. Yeah, like they're fantastic movies, but I don't ever want to rewatch it. This movie, I loved. It's
I love the fist bump.
every scene in this movie is so good to me.
Mhm.
Daniel Kaluuya is so good. Keke Palmer kills it. Stephen Yeun, very good.
Very good.
Jean Jacket, great performance.
Jean Jacket, great performance.
The monkey.
Nope.
No, what's the monkey's name? I already forgot. Gordon, I think, right?
Gordy.
Gordy. Damn. Gordy is great. That whole sequence with the monkey is amazing. I loved it. It's so like trippy, and I just like that you're talking about a psycho-intellectual or whatever you said before. That wasn't-
Pseudo-intellectual.
Whatever, I wasn't listening. Point is, I know what you're saying, but this is a movie that's like when you analyze is like really well made. Every
great.
detail is so important. It's kind of like you're saying for Glass Onion. It's
Mhm.
like I know on a rewatch I'm gonna notice things I didn't notice before. It's
Right.
just the way the movie ties in together, right down to the final shot. I loved it. Fantastic movie.
Jordan Peele is an amazing director, up and coming. Like, honest to God, he's going to become one of the all-time greats. This guy is just
For sure.
genuinely, even his weakest movies are still really great watches.
And I just love the creature design for Jean Jacket. It's so good, so good.
Yeah, very, again, original is the word I keep
And like
using.
Yeah.
Woody shirt.
So have
That
you
yellow
thought of
shirt.
something yet, Paolo? Or?
yeah, I'm going to say Clerks 3.
Well,
God damn, okay, wow.
Because for me, it's like Anthony said it best.
Wait till you
Sorry.
hear his number 1. I can predict what it is.
It's gonna be the stupid Superman dog movie, probably.
No, Kyle, we all know that's your favorite number one.
That's
Your favorite
my
film.
top 5. That's my entire top 5 from 5 to 1.
No, I think Kyle's
League
list
of
is.
Super Pets.
I think Kyle's list is Morbius 1 through 5.
You guys are not at my level to understand my top 5 list.
Okay.
Sure, buddy.
I'm about to drop some real knowledge on you guys.
I'm sure you will.
I'm
Paul,
looking
what,
for-
what do you like about Clicks 3?
It's like I will say you pretty much said it best. It's a movie with so much heart, and it's one that I really, really felt like watching Randall and Hicks. Like,
Dante.
yeah, I know, I just remember as Hicks.
His last name.
It's just like it was so emotional. It was something because like I relate to those characters. Like it's like we have that dynamic, us two together. And it's like it's when I watch them.
me, right?
No, because they're almost like brothers. In a
Yeah,
sense.
whatever. We
Like,
have that dynamic. You don't like eggs? I don't like eggs. We got that dynamic. Yo, these other guys.
That's right.
and like
Bring me the
you know,
reference dudes.
whenever like we saw in Clerks 1, Clerks 2, and it's always like something I always picture me and Anthony in together. And then when I see the third one, it just really
Working on
hit me.
McDonald's.
It really hit me hard, and like it was one of those things that just had me thinking for weeks and weeks about like even like my own life and stuff like that. And it was one that just had a profound impact, and it's one that I kind of regret not going and see the with Kevin Smith, because like after having seen that, I would have so much to tell him, and I don't even think I would even be able to, because I'd be so choked up.
Yeah, they were rushing us a bit, so you would not have been able to tell me. You would have been like, that's
Fair
done.
enough, but like just
I
Kevin
know what
Smart,
Paolo's sex
Kevin
life sounds
Dude,
like.
like, yeah, this is so.
Of course, your mind goes there.
That's pretty messed up, but
What?
Weirdo.
And, if you didn't hear what I said, it's
Don't
for the
worry,
best.
it's fine.
It's for the best.
What is your number one,
I
guys?
just want to say, like, and
I
also,
thought
like,
you were done. I'm so sorry.
no, like, and then like Kevin Smith, like. Sorry, guys, I'm trying to give an opinion here.
it's okay. Let it out. Let it out.
So like, and, Kevin Smith, you could tell like, even in the past he's had a few like stinkers, but like this one you could really tell he put all his heart, all his soul. He put
my
like
number 2.
he, re-
Yoga Hosers at number 2.
he really put like all his heart into this, and it's something that I genuinely appreciate, and it's something that like if I had the chance, I want to like directly tell him like this is a fantastic movie, and you should be proud of what you wrote.
And I'm happy I got the
directed.
chance to.
What did you say to him? Now I want to know.
Bah. I said it was a very great movie, and then I was, referencing some. of the
Hey,
stuff
dude,
he
you're
talked-
super cool. I like that movie you made. You're awesome.
You were there too.
I knew it.
No, honestly, Kevin
I just
Smith.
told him how
like-
I
much I
paid
love
like
his
$600
fans.
to tell you this.
I did it. It was not that much. I was telling him how much I love Mallrats, because
Okay,
Mallrats
so I'm
one
getting
of my
close
favorite
though, huh?
movies. No, you're like
It's like
still
by
very
the end of this
far.
episode, we're gonna have this number down.
It's
Honestly,
okay.
like early Kevin Smith, fantastic films, especially for like teens and young adults. I feel like that's the perfect thing to watch, like to kind of like just get an understanding of like
To
that
make sure you don't
mindset.
amount to nothing in life, but
Yeah.
have a really good time doing so.
Exactly. You know what? Yeah, but in all seriousness, it's like one of those things where it's like it's one of those growing up movies that I think are better to watch than anything else. In all honesty,
For sure.
Jersey Girl.
Great film.
I actually really like Jersey
And
Girl.
look at him. He's holding back that Top Gun Maverick at number 1. Look at him. Oh, spoiler.
Guys,
or Avatar: Way of the Water.
guys,
No way.
it is no surprise that my number 1 is one of the best movies of the last 10 years.
I think we all have 3 predictable number 1s right now.
Top Gun Maverick is nothing short of a masterpiece. I think it's a perfectly executed summer blockbuster. It is emotional. It is thrilling. Okay? It is cinematically, visually breathtaking.
It is planes.
There
It
are
is
planes.
It's
It
more like
is-
plane. Am I right?
It is. It is Tom Cruise and cast and crew giving absolutely everything they have to entertaining the audience. Okay, and I'm telling you, the relationship that Maverick and Rooster have in this film.
Rooster.
Yes, Miles Teller's character. What an emotional roller coaster ride. It has one of the most thrilling third acts I've seen in a very long time. Guys, it's just a perfect film. It's cinematic bliss.
It's a great movie. I
Okay,
can't
it really
deny
is.
it. As much as I clown you and joke on you, it is so good. It's good.
That, and I'm telling you, Mission Impossible Fallout, the latest Mission Impossible film that came out, are the 2 films that Tom Cruise made back to back. 2 10 out of 10 movies for their genre type. The man's a genius. He's a genius.
They're not
He's also a
pseudo-intellectual.
Scientologist. Next.
Well, I mean, I don't know how.
I don't want to
follow
hear
that
him
up.
say it.
No, I was gonna just say it's really great to have like someone who's like Tom Cruise, who's really in for entertaining the crowd and making sure
and
like
risking his life.
audiences are having the best times of their lives at the movies. Because a lot of times you have these movies that come out and it's just like either a soapbox or like just something that's like paint by the numbers, but you have at least him who's trying to entertain and make something with the
Speaking
craft.
of paint by the numbers, what's your number one?
Shut the up. You say your number one because I know I'm
Wait.
gonna get cut off.
Oh, we're gonna save the worst for last. I see.
Okay, perfect.
What's your
For
number
me, it's obviously The Batman.
Mm.
Yes, I've reviewed it. I spoke about this movie. But this is a movie that it's not... I know how much we said how much we love franchise building and whatnot. But this movie, even if it never got a sequel, this movie fulfilled me so much that I don't need to see a sequel.
Yeah.
For me, I don't care what kind of nitpicks you say. Oh, the Riddler at the window, whatever. I don't hear shit.
That's not a nitpick.
I know what you're saying, guy. I know your complaints. I heard them before.
I don't
Everything
remember.
about this movie, I loved. It worked for me. The score, we said it a million times by Michael, last name. It's so good. I love this movie.
Did
There's
you
not,
just-
I don't know what else I could say.
Did you just refer to someone as someone last name?
Yeah, because he kept
As in,
messing
like,
up the
in-
name.
Michael Giacchino,
Giacchino. Okay.
the one who Paolo keeps calling Giacchino.
Yeah, it's what a movie. I can't. I'm gonna keep.
I'm saying it the
revisiting
Italian way, the way it was meant to be pronounced.
Giacchino.
Okay, stop butchering his name, this poor guy.
Oh, he's also directing like a new movie now.
Well,
Yeah, I
he did
heard-
Werewolf by Night, which is
No, no.
something we didn't talk about. As
No,
well.
not that. It's like
But
it's a
he's
remake of
doing
like
No, he's doing
a
a feature length.
Yeah.
remake of like a B movie, I think, right?
I can't wait to see what him and Matt Reeves are up to.
Mhm.
I'm ready for anything. A show about the Penguin, I'm down. Why not? Because Matt Reeves is involved. I'm watching it. Amazing movie. Paulo, say your number one.
So
I'm just
for-
gonna sit back a little.
So my number one is gonna be Jurassic World Dominion. It was a movie that
Came out.
that I really enjoyed, and it was like one that really hit home for me growing up with those movies. Like I formed such a strong attachment to these characters, and like it was not one that I kind of recognized right away. Like, but it's like 'cause it's like I always had that appreciation for the characters, but I was more in for the franchise, the setting, the set pieces, that sort of stuff. But then when it came like to seeing Dominion, when I sat in the theater seeing like Dr. Grant again, Ellie Sattler, it hit hard for me, and it's like I've missed these characters. It felt like reliving like a childhood and like seeing like these characters that I remember and recognize from such a long time ago be like back on the big screen. And I find that their plot line was fantastic. It was a great way to introduce a legacy cast who's also much older into an action movie that isn't going to be like watching an old man doing like stunts and stuff. And
You love King into the Crystal Skull.
I
Guys,
do.
Sorry, if you guys are at home or standing up, you guys should definitely take a seat because this is gonna take a while.
My God, I'm pouring my heart and soul out.
Go on, please.
Done
don't-
it twice
don't let me-
already.
Don't let me stop you now.
And I really enjoyed the story, and even like the plot itself is really interesting and was really cool. It's something that follows up like
Why are you laughing?
if it follows up the first movie in a really, really great way. It follows up the theme of genetic engineering going wrong, which is something that's kind of put on the sideline of these movies for different themes, be it conservation of nature, animal rights, that sort of thing. And even the plot with the new cast was interesting. I liked the stuff with Maisie Lockwood, and overall, like I find this was a satisfying conclusion. If they stopped making these movies, I'd be satisfied. But I know they're gonna end up making more. And honest to God, I'm excited to see where this goes. And now that these older characters are retired, I'm excited to see who else is gonna come along.
And guys, if that wasn't enough for you, you could check out our Jurassic World review, where you get 20 more minutes of that, maybe, probably more. I didn't count.
It's passion, filmmaking should bring out passion and like emotion in people.
Yeah, I actually really, really enjoyed The Amazing Spider-Man 2, but I wouldn't have put it my number one of 2014. Let me
Well
just-
then, you got to be true to yourself,
Yeah. Anyway, the person we've really been waiting to hear for this whole time,
The
Kyle.
guy with the real knowledge
The
around
guy with
here.
the
Okay,
real
let me
knowledge, the wisdom.
let me drop some real knowledge on you guys. Okay,
Yeah, go for it.
in no particular order.
Okay.
Real knowledge already.
That's because everything's like it's fluid, it's a mix. That's
Okay.
how you know.
Okay, Morbius.
Batman,
Nice.
Okay.
Spider-Man.
Okay.
The extended cut.
The extended cut that you
No,
didn't watch.
forget the extending cut. Doctor Strange, and then the only one that is in a specific order is this is my number one. I'm only giving 4 also, by the way, guys, because 5 is more than anyone can handle. So my number one.
I'll be real. You didn't have to say that. You could have said that was your top 5, and I would have believed you.
Just say Gray Man.
One of them isn't even a 2022 movie.
Okay.
Yeah.
So this is the big one.
Yeah.
Starring a good friend of mine. Okay. My number one pick is The Wedge.
The Wedge.
Wedge into the Wedgeverse.
Yeah.
Oh, Wedge.
You know, funny you bring that up. That's actually, it was made from my friend, the British Frog from the Amber Mine. Check out their channel. This is, I would say, the first piece of reference point fan art. You know, it's basically the premise is that he took famous people that are vaguely similar to me and then just turned it into a multiverse poster.
So let me tell you guys a bit about it, since I'm sure none of you guys have ever heard of it, okay? Starring Paolo, Seth Rogen with laser eyes, some Lego dude.
That's not Seth Rogen.
That's Colin Trevorrow.
That's Colin Trevorrow. That's Sami Zayn.
You guys don't know. I'm educating you. you guys don't know. Some dinosaurs. Extra Paolo's blending in with the dinosaurs. And some other people I don't really know. So
McLovin.
Prince Harry.
So like if you guys don't get behind this movie, you guys don't know nothing.
No, that's the best one. Best one.
I love our audio only listeners are gonna love this one.
Go on you just put an image, but I just realized it's literally audio only.
Go on Instagram and go look at our page where we'll have a picture of it up.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
hope
why
so.
not? It's fun. Somebody
now
made-
we will.
Listen, somebody took the time to make that. It's gonna go up there.
To all the only audio listeners, become real fans and go watch the actual. Go watch on everywhere. Go watch it. Go follow on
Go
Instagram.
watch it
Go show some
everywhere.
love.
Yeah.
Everything.
Get up in here. Maybe you'll get more than just crappy audio.
Obsessed with us. Form a parasocial relationship with us. Watch us more.
Look at our faces when Paolo says Jurassic World Dominion. Come on.
What I will say though, for the people watching on YouTube, you are missing out on something that the audio only listeners are getting.
Which is?
Uncensored audio, baby. You want to hear Paolo saying the F word a million times that I always have to bleep out when we're doing the YouTube edit? Hey man, go listen to it on Spotify, Apple, or wherever else you hear your podcast. You know what I'm saying?
That's just to give you a little extra work later. Sorry, buddy.
Can
No.
we? Can we?
We have to spread it out. Now he's gonna put just one giant bleep.
It's like, can we try to beat the Trailer Park Boys for most swears in a
Absolutely
video
not.
one time?
No. I only have so much time.
Dude, no,
editing
dude. What do you
this.
mean? These guys. Are just,
He's just gonna cut and it's gonna go an awkward cut like me going. Bzz, bzz.
I think it'll be really fun.
I think it'll be okay. And
Well,
So that's the show.
that's
the
the
show.
show.
As always, guys, please, like Kyle said, follow us on social media to stay up to date. We post a lot of things on social media when we're not doing episodes. We did a Christmas, 12 Days of Christmas thing, which was really, really fun and had a really great turnout. We made you guys vote to pick between 2 movies to battle it out in a certain category. So that was really fun. And
Was fun.
You
Yeah.
can follow us at Ref Point Podcast.
also,
Rep
guys,
Podcast.
don't be afraid. You go give them a follow. And when you're looking for a movie to watch, this is what I do. Okay, I bother them every night. Okay, and you just send them a message. You say, "Hey guys, this is what I'm in the mood for. What do you guys have for me?"
Yeah.
And I can gladly say I've discovered a lot of fantastic movies through these guys. So like,
He found the wife
thank you.
because of us.
so you guys should get on that. You don't know what you're missing. These guys are great.
thanks.
Kyle found love because of us.
Yeah, I found love because these guys.
I'm so proud.
Talk to us if you want to find love.
I would go for a movie. Like just ask for movies. Don't look for love.
Don't
you
look for
know?
love. I can't help you. Anyways, and don't forget to support your local comic book store.
Take care.
See ya.